Okay, so
That's weird.
anyway, sidetracks aside. Ah, man, I was on the SCP homepage and everything, and then this little voyage distracted me.
That's why I have 2 screens. My third one still isn't working, so it's kind of sitting on the floor at the moment.
Oh, my heart goes out to you.
Oh,
My heart
thank
goes
you.
out to you for your third screen. I'm so sorry. Us poor people who have to deal with 2 screens are just... We struggle. We struggle on the daily. But of course, you, with your almighty third screen, floating down from the heavens like the angel you are, to bequeath upon us mere mortals the power of the third screen. It's truly a terrible
Yes.
thing to watch such a horrible, terrible, god-awful thing just crash.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for
look
you.
at me upon my glory of just wanting to have a third screen like everyone else in my family.
Yea, verily, I am so blinded by your heavenliness. Is that a word? I'll make it a word.
Yeah, just put it in the dictionary. Everyone keeps adding words this year, so it's fine. It's a new
Yeah,
year,
that's
new
true.
word.
New year, new word, baby. All right. Now, where are we starting off on today, Panda?
Well,
How
I
to let
haven't
you
gotten
pick.
any like suggestions yet. Wait, I did. Where did that paper go? Someone asked last time, and we didn't have enough time.
Oh yeah, I forgot. People were making, well, of course, people were making recommendations, but we couldn't get to them all in time.
Yeah, we didn't have enough time. Okay, so the ones we've done so far in my list, I might have skipped one because I don't remember all of them. Was we started with 173, which was the original, 002, 2598, 884, 1762, 999, 904, and 3043. Those are the ones I have listed that we've done already. I might have skipped one. I don't know. I have to go back.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Okay. And
that sounds right.
The ones I have listed, which aren't on the list, are...
The ones you have listed that aren't on the list?
Yeah, thank you. Is 1609, 3143, and 4217.
Wait, 3143 is another Murphy Law one, but that one's kind of meh. But anyway, if it's the one I'm thinking of, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, I think you
All right.
might have listed it then.
I may have. It could be a possibility.
Well,
but alrighty then, ma'am.
So we can start with 4217 because that's the top of the list.
4217. Okie dokie.
I think that's 3.
Series 5.
No, it's not. It's
Series 5.
Damn it. Clicking one by one to get to this number. Okay, 42.
4213.
Oh, yeah, we did do this. It hasn't clicked already.
Oh, yep, you are right. Yeah, I have it on my history as well.
We never went to it. We clicked it, but we never actually read it.
Oh. Contain the Bismarck.
Yeah, this is the one about the ship. This was
that's right.
by Unknown, and we never got to it.
I feel like we were going to read it, but it was so long because of the documents and logs and everything that we just decided not to since we were running out of time.
Yeah,
I think
this was like the last one to like pop up, and then we were like, oh shoot, we don't have enough time, because there was years that took like pretty long, which was fun. I liked doing it. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. All right then. Well, in that case then, ma'am. So since you want to complain about my lateness and want to go ahead and speedrun Minecraft in my absence, you can go ahead and start off.
No, don't give me the long one first. That's rude.
What?
Oh, why are you crying, Miss Princess back there? Why are you crying?
Oh, fair day crying.
What? Don't look at me like that. Miss Princess taking over my bed and then fighting me about it. Oh, I broke my my poor character. She had her neck like swiveled.
Aw, poor thing.
The camera doesn't follow me.
Anyway, chop.
No,
get to it.
You read it. I'm not doing the long ones.
It's not that long unless you open the documentation. Let's open one document to... Oh, holy fuck, that is long. All right, fine, I'll do it. Let me go ahead and put on my Vulcan voice for this. No, I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and do this regularly. All right. Item number 4217. Containment class, Keter. Disruption class, Vlam. Risk class, Danger. Special containment procedures. Foundation naval forces are to patrol 4217's territory with 3 or more battleships under the guise of the British Royal Navy. During a hostile state, naval forces are to engage 4217 until it reverts to a passive state. Survivors from civilian vessels attacked by 4217 are to be recovered and processed in accordance with maritime disinformation protocols. Description. SCP-4217 refers to both Bismarck, henceforth SCP-4217-A, an anomalous German battleship sunk on May 27th, 1941, and the large cephalopod organism that is fused to the inside of its hull, henceforth 4217-B. Okay, I'm interested. All right, 4217-B possesses a pair of octopoid
I thought I said
eyes.
octopod.
Oh no, there's an I there.
Yeah, it
It'd be
doesn't.
octopoid.
Octopoid.
Octopoid. I have a pair of octopoid eyes. Oh my god, what if I did that just for the rest of this reading?
Oh, make it worse.
SCP-4217-B possesses a pair of octopoid eyes which protrude from the base of 4217A superstructure and 12 100 to 200 meter long muscular hydrostats that extend from an opening in the stern. Aside from the presence of 4217-B, 4217A shows no other signs of damage sustained from battle or subsequent decades submerged underwater. Okay, that's going to get boring. 4217-B operates 4217-A systems. This includes its full armament of 8 main guns, 44 secondary guns, and 12 anti-aircraft guns. Damn, that is a lot of firepower. 4217-B can also operate 4217-A's propellers to reach speeds approaching 40 knots, but only while surfaced. While submerged, 4217 achieves locomotion via ejection of water from B's body cavity with an average speed of approximately 30 knots. I'm not too well versed with boats. Is that fast? Can anybody tell me?
Isn't...
As I await your answer or lack thereof. Oh, yes, ma'am?
Hold on. I'm not well versed in that either. You keep reading, I'll research.
Okay. 4217 typically remains submerged at a depth of 500 to 1100 meters, navigating its territory. However, 4217A will periodically surface and enter a hostile state. We got 2 footnotes here. First footnote states, observed intervals have ranged from 2 weeks to 11 months with no discernible pattern. And then second footnote states, as soon as my mouse cooperates with me here, this can occur even during predatory behaviors, evidenced by one instance wherein 4217 pulled a dying Phaster microcephalus, or sperm whale, to the surface before abandoning it. Damn. During this period, 4217 will seek and attack non-threatening targets, such as civilian cargo ships. If sufficiently damaged, it'll revert to a passive state. Otherwise, it reverts after a median 9 hours. Okay, so basically the story thus far. We have a cephalopod that is stuck to the bottom of a German ship and basically has to be beaten into submission.
Oh.
I'm kind of... It's sad, but I'm kind of feeling it, though. It's rather interesting. I want to know how this thing got to the way it was.
Okay.
All right, so...
Wait, before you begin.
Yes.
So 40 knots is 46 miles per hour.
Okay.
It's not that fast for a boat.
No, it's not. All right, so then. Addendum 1, History. The 4217 designation previously referred only to the Bismarck itself, which was believed to have been neutralized in 1941. A previous version of this document can be found below. Okay, so here we have a former classification for it. 4217, object class, presumed neutralized, formerly Keter. Special containment procedures back then was information regarding 4217's anomalous properties are to be suppressed according to standard protocols. British Royal Navy has agreed to aid the Foundation in this effort. Foundation agents embedded in the German military will attempt to gain access to information regarding the Tirpitz in order to determine if it is a second instance of 4217. Upon development of the necessary submersible technology, a survey is to be conducted of 4217's wreckage in order to verify its neutralization. Description from back then. 4217 is the Bismarck, a battleship designed built for use by the German Kriegsmarine. Several pieces of anomalous technology were incorporated into the ship's design, such as thaumatological, I thought I was going to say thaumaturgical, but okay, thaumatological symbols etched into the outer hull at key locations to reinforce 4217's belt armor. These symbols are not visible at most times, but while active, will luminesce in proportion to the amount of damage being mitigated. A weak psionic field with a radius exceeding 20 kilometers. The field appears to cause individuals with hostile intent towards 4217 to experience confusion regarding the ship's identity, increasing the likelihood of friendly fire when affected individuals mistake allied vessels for 4217. And here we have a footnote. This property has been confirmed neutralized. Potential self-repair capabilities. Damage sustained during the Battle of the Denmark Strait was observed in subsequent engagements to have been partially repaired in a manner visually resembling the healing of wounds in organic tissue. Cool. Artillery shells containing an unknown gas with mutagenic properties. Organisms exposed to the compound, hereafter 42171 instances, will undergo rapid mutations. Observed mutations include growth or loss of limbs and sensory organs, development of fur, feathers, and/or scales, and in one unverified report, multiple victims being fused together into a single entity with a footnote reading, "This property has been confirmed neutralized." And a hypothesized anomalous power supply of an unknown, possibly biological nature. During interrogation, surviving crew members stated that 4217 required a unique type of fuel. Chemical analysis found the fuel to consist primarily of organic nutrients. None of the captive crew members reported having seen the interior of the engine room, although two claimed to have heard a sound resembling a heartbeat while in that region of the ship. Okay, I think I see where this is going. This list is based on on limited observations of 4217 in combat and interrogations of the few surviving crew members, and is thus not considered exhaustive. Efforts are ongoing to acquire the original design documentation. As of May, why do I keep on wanting to say March? May 27th, 1941, 4217 is believed to be at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, approximately 500 to 600 kilometers off the coast of France. The Foundation currently lacks the technology to reach the wreck and verify its current condition, but the probability of 4217 continuing to exhibit anomalous properties has been deemed low in light of the damage inflicted upon it prior to sinking. And here we have a long-ass timeline of the entire battle that happened.
Yeah, I was reading a
So,
few of those. I was like, good lord.
all right, 1937. Marcus Straub, a Foundation agent working undercover in Germany, intercepts a ship of esoteric materials being transported to the city of Hamburg. Ooh, that's where hamburgers come from, for use in construction of a battleship. That's actually not a joke. That actually is where hamburgers come from.
Really?
Several materials. Yeah. So back in the olden days, this is a little aside here, right fast. There used to be a German cuisine called the Hamburg steak that German immigrants brought with them to America. And eventually it became custom to go ahead and slice open a bun and have Hamburg steak, which was made of ground beef, between two savory buns. And that's where the hamburger comes from. I think it was around like the late 1800s, give or take, around the time when it made its way to America.
No,
Anyway, I just figured I'd share that. Yep, just figured I'd share that little cuisine knowledge with y'all. All right, so anyway, back on track with SCPs. Several materials are recognized as important to the components of the thaumatological constructs. Agent Straub is ordered to observe the construction. Upon completion of the hull, the ship is christened Bismarck and launched for fitting out work. Or maybe working out to get fit. Yeah.
No.
You crazy kid. I wanted to go even higher, but I know it wouldn't pick up on Discord.
Fair enough. But your
All right,
viewers
so
would have heard it.
yeah, that's true. That is true. All right, so May 7th, 1939, a large, heavily guarded shipment marked with the insignia of the Obscura-Korps, which is the occult branch of the German government during the Nazi era, is delivered to Bismarck. Agent Straub reports hearing a sound similar to a heartbeat originating from the shipment, but is unable to get close enough to make further observations. And here we have on September 15th and through September 17th, 1940, Bismarck leaves Hamburg to begin sea trials. During what appears to be a high-speed run, the Bismarck releases a massive electrical discharge and shuts down. For several seconds following this, a series of glowing symbols are visible along the hull, but the distance is too great for Straub to identify them. Power is restored within an hour. Then September 18th, SCP designation is assigned. O5 Council Authority authorizes neutralization. Whoa, wait, neutralization? That's kind of quick. What the fuck? All agents stationed within Germany ordered to rendezvous and destroy 4217 before it can be completed. All right. September 28th. Yeah, I know, right? This takes ages. My God. Agents report readiness to launch mission. No further contact. Then from October 1st to October 11th, team is declared MIA and mission is deemed a failure. Subsequent attempts are hindered by the ongoing war. Following a 7 in agreement, 4 in disagreement, 2 abstaining vote, the O5 Council concludes that the potential threat posed by 4217 warrants informing the British government. Wait, hold on. So much of this is out of protocol. Okay, hold up. Like, the SCP, the Foundation's like goal is to contain things. Why wouldn't they try to contain this first? And then secondly, if they were to try to go ahead and neutralize it, why wouldn't they have just went ahead and alerted the authorities, alerted the government first to go ahead and make it look like they took care of it themselves instead of just charging in balls at the ready and then saying, "Oh no, this isn't going to work. We need the government." That makes no sense. But oh well, is
I'm a
what it
little
is.
confused how they would have known there was any danger to the ship in general, because at this point I don't think it's done anything
Yeah,
for it to
no.
be destroyed. So I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what's
mean,
going
like
on here.
it's very clearly meant to be like a boat of war. I mean, I'm sure they saw the armaments and everything on it, and also saw the thaumatological symbols and everything. But for them just to go ahead and immediately authorize neutralization without knowing what thaumatological symbols did at that point in time, that seems to be jumping the gun a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. There's I don't know. This
Yeah,
one's starting to not make a lot of sense. Like it's like they're not telling us something.
yeah. There's probably more to it.
Probably.
There's plenty of more to it, actually.
Yeah,
All
there
right. Anyway,
we're not on the first one yet. Well, we are, but I mean, not
yeah,
close to being done.
we're getting there. We're halfway there.
Yeah.
Living on a prayer. All right. So, okay, we're fast forwarding about a good 7 months. So, May 20th to May 23rd, 1941, 4217 is spotted by Swedish reconnaissance aircraft. This information is leaked to the British, who contact the Foundation. The Royal Navy dispatches a fleet led by the HMS Hood and HMS Prince of Wales to intercept 4217. Foundation representatives meet with British Admiralty Board to coordinate on neutralizing 4217. Foundation agents are placed on board select ships of the home fleet as advisors. Okay. Uh, May 4th, 1941, from 5:52 to 06:04, HMS Hood and Prince of Wales engaged 4217 and Prince Eugen in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. Due to its psionic field and thaumatologically reinforced armor, 4217 sustains only minor damage. 4217 converts significant portion of Hood's crew into 4271 instances, which overwhelmed the bridge crew. Hood then sunk by enemy fire. Prince of Wales retreats. At 1100 hours that same day, it is discovered that 4217 is leaking a substance then thought to be oil. I wonder what it could be.
Hmm.
Remaining fleet uses the trail to follow 4217. Then at 2200 hours, 4217's anomalous defenses impede attempted attacks by torpedo bombers, with a footnote reading. Confusion caused by the psionic field causes the squadron to nearly attack the Norfolk and a U.S. Coast Guard vessel. Oh, damn. Observing Foundation agents identify the defenses and relay this information to Site 41. Use of SCP redacted is proposed as a countermeasure to the psionic field, and preparations are made to transport it. Site 41 thaumatology experts design plans to modify torpedoes that will overload the armor and its reinforcement. Okay. The next day at 300 hours. Okay, wait, no. Okay, so beginning May 25th, 1941 at 300 hours and concluding at May 26th, 1941 at 10:30 hours, SCP-4217 temporarily breaks radar contact but is eventually located by British intelligence. Events during this period do not deviate from historical record. I've never read about this ship a day in my life, so I will take your word for it. So, that same day at 1839 hours, Foundation supply ship arrives with requested countermeasures. SCP redacted, nullifies the psionic field, modified torpedoes, overload the reinforcement symbols. Subsequent thaumatological discharge causes moderate hull damage, and it is noted to begin moving erratically. Then, on the 27th at 0843 hours, British warships led by King George V. He's not a boat. He's a monarch, you silly billies. Surround 4217 and began firing upon it. That same day at 0931 hours, 4217 is now too damaged to return fire, but remains afloat. British bombardment continues. 10:07 hours, 4217 store of mutagenic ammunition is struck. Majority of crews exposed and become 4271 instances. Remaining crew abandoned ship. 10:35 hours, it starts to sink. British ships cease fire and begin rescue efforts. And finally, at 10:39 hours, 4217 is completely submerged. Foundation teams recover 42171's remains. Amnestics were administered to all British crew below the rank of admiral before being allowed to disembark. 121 members of 4217's crew were successfully rescued. Following interrogations, 109 were amnesticized and transferred to British custody, while the 12 remaining were sent to Site 23 for further investigation. Wonder what was up with the 12 that warranted that. The remains of 74 42171 instances were recovered and sent to Site 23 for study. An estimated 1,500 members of 4217's original crew remain unaccounted for. Okay, I definitely see where this is going. All right, on February 16th, 1985, a team from NTF Gamma 6, Deep Feeders, sounds like the name of a porno, was dispatched to verify the status of 4217. On February 19th, the surface crew reported that the dive team had remained submerged for several hours, past what their oxygen supplies allowed. Shortly thereafter, They detect the stress signal from submersible's black box recorder and retrieve it. Transcript follows. Oh my lord, there's like 4 transcripts here. All right.
Yeah.
Who you want to take, Panda?
I don't know. You
Well,
choose one,
let's
and I'll
see.
take the leftover.
Okay. It looks like there's only 2 here, Taylor and Miller. All right. I'll take Taylor. You take Miller.
Okay.
All right. Subjects are agents Victor Miller and Charles Taylor aboard a model SM-03 submersible equipped with a model RV-1 marine probe. I don't know what any of those words mean, but thank you. Transcript begins 26 minutes into recording. Hey, point the light that way. I think I saw something.
Sure. Yeah. I think that's it.
Man, I never thought I'd be happy to see a swastika. Am I allowed to say that on stream?
Seriously? Oh, tell the record show that we have located the wreckage of SCP-4217 and we will now begin our survey on its current status.
Looks like the stern's been buried in sand, likely from a landslide caused when it struck the base of this mountain. Wait, we're underwater. Is landslide the right word?
Maybe? Inside? Water?
Yeah, that's the
Sorry, I'm going off track. I was just thinking,
script.
okay, anyway.
That wasn't a legit question. That was part of the script. Although that actually
No, I
is
was
the
like, I
good
was thinking
question.
about that. I was like, landslide underwater? So is that
Huh.
correct? Oh, also, we got a drink for everyone.
Oh, okay. Sippy sips.
Let the record show that neither of us know the word for the underwater landslide.
Anyway, bring us in so we can confirm the kill and get out of here.
On it! Hey, the file mentioned a cytonic field. Check the same.
Casey counter.
Okay. Counter.
Right, looks like it's reading normal background levels.
Alright, confirming the absence of sonic influence.
The ARI is showing slightly higher than normal Eve levels, but below what they said would indicate the protection runes being active.
Good. We're 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah, it looks like this whole trip is going to be a waste of time. I don't know why they thought this thing might still be a threat. Got shelled for something like 2 straight hours, then spent 40 years at the bottom of the ocean.
I'm not so sure. Take a look at the hull.
What do you mean? Just looks like a normal ship's hull.
Yeah, exactly. You would think it would have things like barnacles all over it after 4 decades.
So it's anomalously barnacle proof. Big deal.
It's a big deal if it means that other properties are still active.
Yeah, no, hang on a second. Let me see what else is in the file. How are we shuffling papers underwater? Anyway.
We're in a submarine.
Oh, I thought
That's what a marine.
you were correct.
I was trying
You are
to
correct.
tell you what like those things meant, and it means it's a model type submarine. It holds about like 3 people. It's like maybe about 12 feet long. That's what they were
Oh.
telling us. That's what it was.
Well, shit, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
You're
And I guess the
welcome.
word submersible should have really fucking tipped me off on that.
Yeah,
But alright.
I was wondering why you didn't know what those were, but you started immediately, and I was like, all right, we're just going in it. Who cares about what we're in?
Oops. My bad.
It's fine. It's like it looks like the one. Have you seen Titanic? That's what it looks like. The submarine.
Actually,
that they
no, I
used.
haven't seen Titanic.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, it just looks similar to what that they sent underwater.
I get that same reaction every single time I tell people that. Like, I've never seen Titanic, and they're like, "You fucking what?"
It's fine.
Like,
I mean, like,
sorry.
it terrifies me to watch it, so you're good.
Oh, got a fear of underwater?
Yeah, and drowning and being stuck on a boat sinking in the middle of the ocean. It's one of my
Those are rational.
yeah,
I
one
get
of the
that.
biggest fears. Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Not much concrete info from what I remember.
Well, says here it could regenerate. That might be the barnacle proofing. There's a mutation ammo which supposedly got blown up, and some kind of power supply that may or may not even be anomalous. Yeah, that's not much to go on. Last 2 would be inside the hull.
Well, no way the sub's going to get inside. Looks like it's time for the robot. Why do I keep switching accents?
I was about to say, when did you turn into a Southern Belle on
I
that?
don't know.
Well, there's no way to get the sub inside, so it looks like it's time for the robot, I do declare. All right. I guess so. Try to find us an opening hatch or something. I'll get it started up.
I can't fucking breathe right now. Hold on.
It was your. It's directly beneath your last line, Panda.
Okay, hold on.
Don't die now. Come on.
I think I told something earlier up on the bow. Yeah, here, take a. They look big enough.
That'll work. All right. Let's see what's inside.
Oh my god, my cheeks hurt.
I'm honored. Thank you, ma'am.
You're absolutely welcome.
Extended silence. Shh. Don't say a word. Clever girl. All right. Damn, it's an even better condition inside. It's got to be regenerating. We should have seen some sign of battle damage by now.
Yeah, it's spotless. I don't even see any rust. You can still read these signs.
Speaking of which, I think that one's pointing towards the turrets. Let's go. Extended silence once again. Shh. You can read your line now. It's been extended now. Panda. Panda?
What? My mic can't pick me up whispering.
That's what I was doing. I was like whispering you to read your line like 2 times.
Oh, I can't hear you. I'm so
I
sorry.
that's why I raised my voice because I was like, oh shit, maybe Discord isn't picking it up. My bad.
all I hear is like, and I was like, what? He's talking, but I don't know what he's saying.
Dowie.
It's okay. All right, where are we?
There should
we
be some
go.
skeletons, right?
There should be some skeletons, right? The file said 1,500 crew members are unaccounted for.
Yeah, no. Damn, this is creepy. Well, here it is. Let's see what's inside. What the fuck?
We seem to have found something attached to the interior structure of one of the main turrets. It looks like stone, but it doesn't seem right.
Looks like it's coming through that bulkhead there. I'm taking us around to the other side. Yeah, there's even more here.
There's even more down the corridor. Seems to be thicker towards the stern.
It looks like it's growing from that way. Shit, I really don't think this is stone.
Yeah, we should probably take a sample to the surface.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, man. We got a job to do here.
All right, I'm doing it. Shit, that is definitely not stone. It's like rubber.
All the more reason to find out what the hell it actually is.
Come on, you piece of... Ah, there you go.
What's that stuff coming? Oh.
It's... Shit, it's bleeding. Get us out of here, Vic. I will provide the low-pitched rumbling. Get us out of here, Vic!
Wait, what? What about the robot?
Fuck the robot! I'm cutting the umbilical. Now let's go!
Fine, I'm on it. Did you see that? That was on the superstructure?
Yeah. Fuck. The ship has eyes. Why does it have eyes? Shit, this was supposed to be an easy mission.
1,500.
What was that?
I think. Something's grabbed us.
Cling. Shit. There's gotta be something. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought happened.
I'm sorry, but I can't keep it's like I'm trying to be so serious, but then you start making the sounds, and I'm like, oh.
I just feel like they add a touch of atmosphere to the
You're
experience.
doing
Thank you
great.
very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm hoping for an Oscar someday, but shush you. You're going to make me blush. The first sighting of SCP-4217 in its current form was made shortly thereafter. It was responsible for sinking 2 cargo carriers and 1 cruise liner prior to the establishment of current containment procedures. Cover stories were disseminated to explain the lost vessels. Foundation misinformation teams constructed a replica of the Bismarck and sank it approximately 100 kilometers east of the location of 4217's rediscovery. Arrangements were then made for a high-profile civilian oceanographer to discover it on June 8th, 1989. Addendum 2. Recovered documents. Following the collapse of the USSR and subsequent dissolution of GRU Division P. Oh, shit, we're getting into the Russian occult shit here. The Foundation acquired a number of documents that GRU P had discovered during the Soviet occupation of Germany. Among these documents were a number of internal obscura corps memos believed to be related to 4217, translated from original German. Okay. These are... Oh, this isn't too bad, actually. All right, from Dietrich Klossner to Karl Reuter, the Black Forest specimen. Wonder if that's related to Black Forest ham, which is really delicious.
I
Commander
don't,
Reuter.
I don't think so.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like it is, but agree to disagree. Commander Reuter, the specimen's condition has finally stabilized, although it remains essentially comatose. Fortunately, this state of affairs suits our purposes. Oddly, most of the damage doesn't seem to have been caused by the crash, but I digress. I can explain more during your inspection next week if you're interested. We estimate that the nutrient supplies recovered with the specimen will last at least another month. After analyzing some samples, the nutrients seem to be mostly carbon-based, with a few exotic ingredients that we should be able to synthesize. Progress on interfacing the specimen with modern electrical systems is also on schedule. Inform B and V that contract F should have its engine within the year. HH.
Nice.
You want to do the next one?
Sure, I'll try. Otto Schmitz. Karl Reeder. Subject, artifact. Commander Reeder, I have some red... Yes, that's definitely in the dialogue. Yep, just adding that in there real quick.
Little sprinkle for effect.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Spit all over my monitors. Yeah, just real quick.
I've honestly done that more times than I care to admit.
Yeah, it's just the bigger the word, the harder it is for me to try to figure out what it is.
Yeah, same.
Reservations about your plans for the artifact. Yes, the trials did show that its effects could extend out to the ranges you desired, but they are greatly diminish.
I'm sorry, I was so great.
Like, I'm trying. It's just there's a lot of eyes, and my brain was like, "That's how that's pronounced." Yes.
I know you're trying, but that was so hilarious.
Thank you. You know what? As long as I entertain you, the world spins.
I know. I don't mean for that to come across as rude, but that was just so funny.
Don't worry.
It sounded like you were in the middle of trying to say the word and you just decided to go ahead and just start randomly scatting. Yeah. Ish.
I'm the scat man.
Oh, dude, the Scatman songs are fucking awesome. Don't even at me.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, anyway. Furthermore, our test subjects have been far from peak physical or mental health. We don't know if it will do more than slightly confuse enemy crews. Please, we need to study it more before trying to use it. HH. Like, kick out to the middle of that.
Oh, I just realized what HH means. Ooh, we can't say that on stream. Well, we can say the initials, but we can't say like what they stand for.
That's why I know what it stands for when you said it the first time, and I was like,
Yeah, it took me a second, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not that person's initials, and then suddenly it clicked, and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
well,
there you go. Now it's
mind.
in.
All right. Dr. Maya, in the 3 years that I've been given to work on your little soldier enhancement project, it has been a consistent disappointment. However, after reading the report on your latest failure, I believe you may have accidentally created something useful. I will be at your facility this Thursday for a demonstration on Compound 17 and its interesting side effects. I surely hope one of them is similar to Viagra. If what you show me is satisfactory, I might be willing to extend your deadline. I suggest you take full advantage of this opportunity. Abbreviations that I'm no longer comfortable saying. In light of this discovery, the Foundation conducted investigations of the individuals named in these correspondences. Records indicate that the deaths of Otto Schmidt in 1940 and Hans Meyer in 1941, with no evidence found to contradict this information. Dietrich Klossner was acquired by the United States military in Operation Paperclip. That is not a badass name for an operation. Are you kidding? Operation Paperclip? I feel like it would just be a bunch of soldiers jumping out and saying, "Hi, I see you're trying to type in document Word. Can I
Oh
help
my
you?"
god. Okay, I'm so glad our mind went to the same thing of that little like animation guy.
Yep, exactly. The good old Clippy, that
Oh my
annoying
god, I actually
motherfucker we
hated
all love to
him.
hate. Yeah, no, we all hated him. We all hated him. He looked adorable, but he was so fucking annoying.
Yeah, he'd pop out. I'm like, yes, I know, man, I know.
Look, man, I know what I'm doing. I've worked this program for like ages. Just please leave me alone. I have a paper due tomorrow. I have to work on it, please. Anyway, and later died of natural causes in 1976. The Department of Defense has thus far refused to disclose information on his post-war work. References to Carl Reuter can be found in the Obscure Corps documents until 1944, after which no further information on him has yet been found. Addendum 3, Incident 421709. On July 22nd, 1993, 4217 appeared to enter a hostile state, and Foundation naval forces prepared to enact special containment procedures in response. However, before any vessels were able to reach firing range, Kurt Wegner, captain of the SCPs Niemed, noticed that 4217 was not moving from the location where it had surfaced. As this was different from previously observed behavior, Captain Wagner ordered SCPs Cessair and SCPs Partholon to hold position while he investigated. 4217 is unresponsive to the presence of the Nemed, even when the latter drew within 200 meters. After a brief period of observation, Captain Wagner attempted to hail 4217 over the radio. Transcript follows.
All right.
Ooh, I'll go ahead and do I'll do 4217. You can do Captain Wagner.
All right. I'm trying to think of a voice I should do with this person. It's German, so
Mm-hmm.
oh god, I don't know if I can do a German
You can
without sounding
try.
racist.
Hey, it didn't stop me from doing it earlier.
That's true. I feel like I don't know. Okay. This
That's up
is
to you, whatever you're
Captain
comfortable with.
No, that's I don't know what voice. That was Kermit. That was like trying to get to
I was
Kermit.
just about to say that's Kermit the Frog.
This
Sweetie
is
Kermit the Frog
Captain
is not German.
I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna read it. I can't do voices like you can. I can only do like very squeaky ones, and I don't think that's gonna be appropriate for this.
Oh my god, please do a squeaky voice for this. Just run this first line for me in a squeaky voice, please. Let me hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Some of these words I don't think I can do with the squeaky voice, but I'll try.
It's me. Can you understand?
I don't
Okay,
even-
Captain Wagner. I wasn't aware that you were related distantly to Minnie Mouse. Cool. You know what? I'm glad I asked for that. That was so great. All right. You can do whatever voice you want. I don't
I
care.
think I'm just gonna do normal because I don't know.
That was so fucking funny, though.
Thank you. You know what? I try. My favorite one to do is Western because it's the only one I can really good at.
Gun tooting,
God,
sharp shooting little lassie.
Roger at the SCP damned. Can you understand me? Please respond.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize you were reading the line until halfway through. I just heard dangum dang dangum dangum dang. Can you understand me? Please respond. All right. Oh shit, my line. Confusion.
I'm just gonna do normal because
Okay, go for it. Whatever you're comfortable
it's
with.
appropriate voice. It's just
Go
a
for it.
German. Alright. You speak German?
German. Pause, followed by the opening bars of Die Vernichtung. I don't know what that means. Let's see, there's a footnote here. The German national anthem during the Nazi era. Okay, cool. Let's not look up the lyrics for that.
Please don't. Yes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. You ship?
Captain. SCP-4217's eyes just focused on us. Oh, that's a crew member. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm
you
everything. You're just SCP. All right, go for it. Oh, that's me.
Mhm.
Yes, that's us. What about you? Can you tell us what you are, or where you're from?
Confusion.
Do you mean you don't know or you don't understand?
Understand. Remember many. Confusion.
What do you mean you don't remember anything? Captain, it's sending us a video video feed. Show me and make it a recording of it. Yes, sir.
Video consists of hundreds of images in rapid succession. Notable subjects include various early 20th century German cities, an unknown artificial structure in space, Adolf Hitler delivering a speech, the HMS King George V, the planet Jupiter, and SCPs Cesare, the planet Jupiter. Okay.
What is this?
Remember many.
So, are these your memories? What was that? Jupiter. Is that where you're from?
Confusion.
Jupiter, the big planet with the red spot, the storm.
Storm. Red. The feed begins showing images of Jupiter with increasing frequency and quickly turns into a single video. The viewpoint of the video is approaching the planet, specifically the Great Red Spot. Red storm. Red clouds.
Captain, the tentacles are starting to twitch. Excuse me. I think it's getting agitated. Put some distance between us and it. Are weapons still trained on it? Good. Hold fire until I give the order. Tell Caesar and... Birthday Pops! Go lay down. She's booping me. I don't think I remember to take my medication.
Oh, gotcha.
Button to prepare engage. SCP-4217, please calm down. What's wrong?
The video is now very close to Jupiter's Great Red Spot. Now visible in the center of the storm is SCP-2399. Wait, what SCP is that? I'll have to look at that in a second. The image flickers and changes multiple times, first replacing SCP-2399 with HMS King George V, then SCP-S-NEMED.
Oh, it's Jupiter. it's the storm for Jupiter. 2399.
Bright flash. Wait, 2399 is what now? I was busy doing incoherent shrieking.
That's fine. All right. So 2399 is the storm or the Great Red Spot on Jupiter.
Oh, shit. Interesting.
Yes.
All right. A
Open
bright
fire!
flash occurred.
Sorry, that was
Oh.
the last one.
All right. Well, we know how it ends. SCP-S-NEMED, Cesare, and Partholon subdued 4217 without further incident. 4217 has not responded to subsequent attempts at communication. Okay, that was actually a really interesting twist at the end. I thought the creature that was going to be underneath was just like the fused members of the crew because of all the
That's a
mutagen that
thing.
they had. Yeah, that's the thing. See, they had munitions on there that basically could go ahead and transform people on a cellular level into like different creatures. And in one unverified report, there was like multiple people that had gotten fused together. So during the battle, they actually struck like the ammunition supply of the mutagen rounds. And I was under the impression that the 1,500 crew members that were missing had actually fused with the ship and created the gigantic cephalopod thing. But the unknown power source that was inside actually turned out to be alien in origin, and it fused with them too. So that's why it looks like a gigantic tentacle monster thing.
That makes sense.
It does.
It is kind
That
of
was pretty
sad how it
interesting.
went out, though.
Yeah, true. Well, they were Nazis. Fuck them.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find a silver lining here. I'm just trying to find a silver lining.
Well, I think it was
Oh,
just doing what it was told to do. I don't think it understood what was going on.
Oh, so you mean to tell me that it was just following orders? That sounds like somebody else during the Nuremberg trials, ma'am.
Alright, I think that's it for the SCP reading. No. Just like immediately ends it. Just like, you know what, never
Just
mind.
immediately ends it. You know what? I don't think I'm comfortable with this anymore, Wham. I don't want to do these.
I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, anyway, ouch, I just pulled my hair. Next one is 1604.
Susan, one of the people in my chat does ask, so how do we go about suggesting an SCP and what are the rules? Rules are basically nothing that'd be too intensive or have like any triggering content or anything like that. But other than that, suggest an SCP and we'll gladly go ahead and read it.
And we'll
I
put it
think
on
the
the list.
montage. We'll put it on the list. Exactly. We got a list going on, by which I mean Panda has a list going on. So
I'm
she will
trying to
go ahead
cattle
and write
on.
it down. All right. Oh, and Finn got a wheel real quick, so I got to go ahead and deal with that.
Hi, Star.
All right. Boink. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Ooh. I'm sure Panda knows who I am. She has provided me poem ideas after all. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. You have.
Although you
And
never
you
read
got a
that,
refund, Finn.
that romantic musical, I don't think I ever got that from you.
No, wait. We did read the romantic musical, didn't we?
No, I don't remember it.
I'm pretty confident we did.
Damn.
Wolf, thank you very much for the raid. Much obliged, friend. How
Oh,
you
hi,
doing tonight?
Wolf.
How's it going?
How was Dead Space? I saw you were live earlier.
All right. Do a
I
shout
love Dead
out.
Space. Good game.
Of course, everybody loves Dead Space. Sarcastic Blonde. I've run into plenty of those in my day. I'm talking to one right now. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. And RBP7 Ooze. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, wait, are these bots? Oh shit, I think these might be bots actually.
I love
Wolf,
the
did you bring
bots.
Wolf, did you bring me bots? No, not a bot. Oh, thank you. All right, cool, awesome. My bad. My bad, y'all. Okay, it's just the names. They kind of threw me off. My bad. All right, cool. All right. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Usually back in the olden days when bots would go ahead and attack the channel left and right, I would go ahead and ask people to go ahead and type something in chat just to go ahead and verify that they are who they said they were. But since that's no longer, well, it hasn't been an issue for a while. I don't want to jinx anything. Knock on wood.
Hey,
I don't
what
want to go.
just
I
happened?
fell out of the practice, but thank you all. I appreciate it for confirming your identities. So then, for those of you who are not following Wolf, do that right the fuck now. He is an awesome motherfucker. Clearly, as you can tell, he has great taste because he has been playing The Dead of Spaces, which we here have played all three of them. And it was fucking awesome and great and fantastic, every single one of them. I want to do the remake, but by the same token, though, I don't want to buy an entirely new game when I have the original right here, and it just basically has a new coat of paint on it. But it is what it is. Give Wolf a follow, and if you don't, you really need to reconsider your decisions in life. For those of you just joining in, my name is Whambamshoobop. I am accompanied by the awesome Shiny Trash Panda, who I will go ahead and give a shout out to real quick as well, so that way y'all can go ahead and follow her too. And we are reading SCP articles, and we are taking requests, and we got a message, or we got a message. We got a list going on. So feel free to go ahead and drop in any recommendations, and we will gladly go ahead and read them for you. Let me go ahead and give you a shout out real quick, Pander. Shiny Trash Panda. There we are. Give her a follow right the fuck now. She's awesome and great and entertaining. And those of you who aren't following Wolf, follow him right the fuck now. If you don't follow either of these people, you really need to reconsider your decisions in life because they are great and amazing people.
I can see why you
See,
thought
there
we
we
were a
are.
bot, because that's a lot of confusion
I know,
in that
right?
name.
Thank you for your patronage. You won't regret it. She's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I need to refund Finn his wheel. All right, hold up. I gotta go ahead and put up the be right back screen for this. But don't worry, you can still hear us. You can still follow the sound of my voice. All right, and then we'll go ahead and catch up on chat real quick. And then we'll go ahead and continue on. All right, Baba Booey. And let's go ahead and clear the queue on this real quick. I don't give a fuck who's playing VR chat right now. Steam? Oh, actually, it's my boy Meow9. Never mind, I care about him. All right, so then let's go ahead and clear this out. And then put this back on full screen. That way I don't inadvertently dox myself. And here we are. Alrighty then. So thank you all very much for the follows. How y'all doing tonight? How is it going? All right, was good. Beat the massive worm monster. Oh, nice. So you got to the hive mind then. Cool. That fight actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It's like the best time to use the plasma cutter, if anything. I'm sorry, Panda. You were gonna say something?
No, sorry. I'm talking to my chat. I apologize. I was trying not to interrupt you.
Oh, I apologize for interrupting you if I was. I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a
And
struggle of
apparently,
two streamers live, you know.
I know, right? Susan is saying that I did read it, but you weren't here when I read it.
Oh,
So, in your face, I did read it, but I can read it again if you want me to, if you remind me of the name of it, Susan. You want me to? It's up to you. All right. Wham was ready. Give me a busy day determining which bonk was the lethal one. What? Let's see. Please click on the pictures that show Whambamshoobop to prove you are human. Joke's on you. No one's seen my face. It's just gonna be like 3 pictures of like random Indian men, 2 pictures of outer spacemen, and like an orange. And you'll have to choose which one is the real me. And if you're wrong, your computer will explode. I'm just throwing that out there. Radioactive bioplasm number 7, affectionately known as ooze. All right. I'll go ahead and call you Ooze from now on because that's a fucking awesome name. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Ooze. And you just hear like a gigantic splatting sound. Like I may have panicked on the PSU. I don't know. It just sounded weird. Got a new case and cooler. Guess it's time for a new PSU. Ah, gotcha. The one I got is actually relatively new, 850 watt. Beautiful. I don't know why I got it RGB though, because I flipped it upside down for better cooling, so that way it blows out of the case instead of upward into it. And I'm supposed to be seeing some afterglow, but I'm not. Yeah, well, is what it is.
I feel
No, I was in
that.
food
I
storage.
feel that very much.
Oh, I know, right? The struggles of trying to keep your computer cool. Oh, you were in the food storage. Okay, so it wasn't the hive mind. It was the gigantic tentacle worm that like jumped out of the hole. Okay, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
the jump scare
That's
one. I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
Mm-hmm. Wizard of boobs. I want to see that wizard.
Me
Let's see.
too. Yeah, give me the number real quick. The location, please.
Please
Coordinates.
do. I will gladly go ahead and take that address, please and thank you.
Yeah, please. Exact location and like when this person arrives. Oh, we have another one. SCP-594. Okay.
Or maybe it's the thing on top of it. I think it might be. Oh, it's cold as fuck right now. 25 at idle. Oh, damn. That's super fucking chill, actually. That's not bad at all. Damn. Wait, what's cold as fuck right now at idle? Your PSU? I didn't realize you could measure the temperature on that thing.
Yeah, mine tells me my temperature too. Hold on, I would have to break my character real quick. Mine says
Wait.
67%. That's how hot mine is right now.
Oh, this is bullshit. My fucking programming doesn't tell me at all how hot my PSU is.
Mine is inside the case. I have to actually like go around to where my glass is.
Oh, gotcha.
You,
Oh no,
oh,
he was talking about the CPU with the new cooler. Ah, nice. Dude, holy fuck. 25 at I that's pretty damn good,
yeah, it is
actually.
really good.
Though it's only a quad core. Ah, gotcha. So you're not sucking down like all that much power. That's still pretty good though. That's still actually really good. Oh, and Rita's what is confused. Oh, okay, ooze. So right now we are reading what we call SCP articles. If you're not familiar, the SCP Foundation is basically like a collection of like creepypasta type stories, but with a like official government type formatting to it to add to its spookiness.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with it, just sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you are familiar with it and want to hear us read something, go ahead and toss a number in chat, and we'll go ahead and add it to the list.
Yeah. I'll try to keep track of all of them. It's so good. Congratulations, Star. I don't know what that means, but I'm happy you won. But yeah,
Good for you,
SCP
Star.
it stands for Secure, Contain, Protect, and there's a
Hmm.
lot of games, like tons of games that are around the SCPs, and the main one is SCP-173, which is in the first episode that we did, which is on my YouTube if you want to go look at it. Of us reading.
And just to expound on that a little bit further, basically, like all these articles center around, like Panda said, the SCP Foundation, which is like a secretive extra government foundation that is determined to secure, contain, and protect any and every anomalous item that is reported to it in an effort to maintain normalcy, is the long and short of it. Basically, the spooky shit that goes bump in the night, they go ahead and capture. And it can be anything. Anything from a ball that levitates 1 foot off the ground for no possible explanation, all the way down to literal gods of destruction and death. You
Yep.
name it, the SCP has contained it.
Or try to.
Or try to, yeah. There are times where they do fail. The poem was Love by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. That's right. I forgot. I did read that. Sadly, it doesn't have musical elements, as apparently every single love song is considered a musical love poem. All right. So, Panda, you want your chance at redemption? Want me to go ahead and read that?
It's up to you.
Okay. It actually was pretty good and it flowed pretty well, so I'd be down to go ahead and read it for you.
Then go for it.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Let's go ahead and read a love poem, and then we'll go ahead and get back into the spookiness. All right. Love by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. All right. So then, this is Love by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. By the way, for those of you just joining in and who have just followed, by the way, two things. First, I do have a Discord, so if you want to go ahead and jump into that, here is the link right here. If you like the chaos that happens in stream, it happens pretty much 24/7. We usually crack a lot of dick and fart jokes, but Panda is too sophisticated for that kind of humor. So we go ahead and dial it back a little bit for her. Although we'll get her there one day. I'll
Hey,
corrupt her
excuse you,
just
I
like
do a lot of
everybody
sexual
else.
jokes.
You do. They're a little tame, but you do.
How dare you?
I'm just saying. So, if you like the chaos that happens here 24/7, feel free to go ahead and jump onto the Discord where it happens pretty much all the time. I alert people ahead of time whenever I go ahead and stream there too, so that way you have a reliable method of knowing, because Twitch is a piece of shit whenever it comes to notifying people of that. Also,
Yeah.
it says it in the stream title. It says it in the chat rules. There's a mature warning when you click into stream, but I have to go ahead and verbalize it as well. This is an 18 and up stream, and there is a strict no age sharing policy here at all. So if you share your age and you're over the age of 18, you will either get a verbal reprimand, a temp ban, or a perm ban, depending on the situation. If you are under 18, you have no business being in here at all. And if you say your age and you're under 18, I will instantaneously ban you. That includes any jokes too, because Twitch is very, very serious about that. So the moral of the story is no age sharing. My second and much shorter point. There is a poetry redeem, a poetry and a monologue redeem on my channel for 3,000 wonks, which stands for Wham Bam approved non-reusable currency. So if you want me to go ahead and read a poem, go ahead and spend them wonks, baby. Be a wonker, if you will. All right, anyway, let's get into the poem. Love by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. All thoughts, all passions, all delights, whatever stirs this mortal frame, all are but ministers of love, and feed his sacred flame. Oft in my waking dreams do I live o'er again that happy hour, when midway on the mount I lay, beside the ruined tower. The moonshine, stealing o'er the scene, has blended with the lights of eve, and she was there, my hope, my joy, my own dear Genevieve. She leaned against the armed man, the statue of the armed knight. She stood and listened to my lay, amid the lingering light. Few sorrows hath she of her own, my hope, my joy, my Genevieve. She loves me best whene'er I sing the songs that make her grieve. I played a soft and doleful air. I sang an old and moving story, an old rude song that suited well that ruin wild and hoary. She listened with a fitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, for well she knew I could not choose but gaze upon her face. I told her of the knight that wore upon his shield a burning brand, and that for 10 long years he wooed the lady of the land. I told her how he pined, and the deep, the low, the pleading tone with which I sang another's love, interpreted my own. She listened with a fitting blush, with downcast eyes and modest grace, and she forgave me that I gazed too fondly on her face. But when I told the cruel scorn that crazed that bold and lovely knight, and that he crossed the mountain woods, nor rested day nor night, and sometimes from the savage din, and sometimes from the darksome shade, and sometimes starting up at once, in green and sunny glade, there came and looked him in the face an angel beautiful and bright, and that he knew it was a fiend, this miserable knight, and that unknowing what he did, he leaped amid a murderous band, and saved from outrage worse than death the lady of the land. And how she wept and clasped his knees, and how she tended him in vain, and ever strove to expiate the scorn that crazed his brain. and that she nursed him in a cave, and how his madness went away, when on the yellow forest leaves a dying man he lay. His dying words, but when I reached that tenderest strain of all the ditty, my faltering voice and pausing harp disturbed her soul with pity. All impulses of soul and sense had thrilled my guileless Genevieve, the music and the doleful tale, the rich and balmy eve, and hopes and fears that kindle hope, an undistinguishable throng, and gentle wishes long subdued, subdued and cherished long. She wept with pity and delight, she blushed with love and virgin shame, and like the murmur of a dream, I heard her breathe my name. Her bosom heaved, she stepped aside, as conscious of my look she stepped, then suddenly, with timorous sigh, she fled to me and wept. She half enclosed me in her arms, she pressed me with a meek embrace, and bending back her head, looked up, and gazed upon my face. 'Twas partly love and partly fear, and partly 'twas a bashful art, that I might rather feel than see the swelling of her heart. I calmed her fears, and she was calm, and told her love with virgin pride, and so I won my Genevieve, my bright and beauteous bride.
Wow,
And that was Love
that was
by
a
Samuel
really
Taylor
long one.
Coleridge.
I wasn't expecting it, but it was really pretty.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I like the meter of it. It flows really super well.
Yeah, it was just like it was constant. I like there's a few times I thought it was gonna end, and I was like, oh wow, and then you kept going. It was like, oh.
Yeah, no, it's a long one. It was a long one. All right, let's see. Wham is 97. That's a lie. Wham is 30. And I can say my age because I'm the streamer and y'all aren't. So suck a fat one. Anyway.
You screamed at
59.
me when I said my age.
Well, it's your stream, and I know you're above the age of 18, so you can go ahead and say your age. But no age sharing, with the exception of that, with the exception of you.
Ah, thanks.
Who's is 52? Ah, what I just say? No age sharing.
What? You sound real. Oh,
Boink.
murdered.
Oh, sorry. Indeed.
Just absolutely murdered.
My apologies. Don't worry about it, man. Or woman, or person. Sorry, didn't mean to assume your gender. Just don't let it happen again, okay? Wham had a hard concept of time due to being an eldritch being. I'm not an eldritch being, damn it. I wake up and land on my 10 tentacles just like everybody else does, okay? According to Wham and others, I pick good poems. Yes, you do. Give the man a theme and he will pick a very good poem. All right, so we're all caught up. Panda, what's
Yeah.
next on the list, ma'am?
It is 1604.
Ooh, 1604. Going back a little bit. Let's see. 1604.
It's the ball and chain.
Ah, the old ball and chain, huh? All right,
Before I start reading this one, I do have to inform
Mhm.
everyone I am dyslexic. I have issues reading. You can make fun of me. I won't be offended. I'm used to it. I went through high school and middle school with it. So it'll be fine.
But just know this. She sounds beautiful doing it.
Oh no, God no. I've already like heard myself when I was editing the videos and I muted every single time I was talking.
Dude, your voice is awesome. Don't worry about it. My voice sounds like complete and utter garbo.
No, you cannot say that. That is not allowed when you're able to do multiple voices, read very beautifully freaking poems every single time. You're able to do amazing things as a streamer. You cannot say that.
I can do all those things and still have a shitty voice. A lot of people do.
My brother just made a comment because I was really loud, apparently.
See? That's what you get for chewing me out. So joke's on you.
Well, he screamed "stop flirting with strangers," and
Your brother thinks that you're trying to hook up with people online.
yeah, well, okay. He's the one that hooks up with people online all the time. I don't know what he's sprouted about.
Ooh, saucy. Are we getting some shiny trash panda lore over here? Learning about the extended family,
Oh god, now I have to go actually hit my brother. Hold on, someone actually redeemed that. My character's gonna break when I stand up.
Sweet,
Oh god,
do it.
goes.
Kick him in the face. Take a picture. Tell him I said hi. She's probably gone. Anyway, How y'all doing? Identify as an AH-64 attack helicopter. Ooh, nice. Typical departure from the Black Hawk. Not bad, not bad. May I suggest 953? You may, Susan. I will go ahead and give it to Panda once she gets back. STP has a very nice voice. I don't... Oh, wait. Shiny Trash Panda. I was about to say, who the fuck is STP? Isn't that an oil brand? Yes, Panda does have a very nice voice. She does. Never let her or anyone else tell you otherwise. She is fucking awesome and great. Did you leave any bruises on him?
My avatar go brrr.
Your
Alright.
aperture go brrr?
Yeah, my avatar goes brrr.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You have your VTuber model set up. I keep on forgetting about that.
I do. I forget about it too until I turn to like look at chat. I'm like, oh, there's a person there.
So I know I've said this to you before, but it just bears repeating. One of the freakiest things I've ever seen on Earth is whenever like a VTuber gets up and their model just has like that freak out moment. It's like, and then it just like completely goes limp. Like it's what it feels like I'm watching a fucking exorcism, which technically isn't wrong, but still, it's so creepy.
This one, I don't think, because I don't have my sensors on my hands, and when I stand up, she just kind of breaks and looks like she's sleeping.
That's exactly how it happens. They just like flip out and then they just look like, no, don't die. I need you to read shit. No, come back. You are not allowed to die. I forbid it.
Oh my god, sorry, you suggested another one? My goodness. I hope you're
Yes,
not going off by
953.
names, because that's what Luis did the other day, and we found, when I went through them, I was like, these are not good ones. Oh, we had one in your chat, that's 953. 953.
Yes. And Ooze says that you have a very nice voice.
Aww. That dying
You-
voice. Okay,
You hear that?
I keep swallowing water, and it's going the wrong
You
tube.
hear? Yeah. Hear how sexy that is? It's just,
So
Pro peak.
sexy. Oh my god. Slap
Wait, I
me
forgot
on the
to tell
red
you, but
carpet for
someone
this sexy voice.
I know, right? High heels, dress, everything. The whole shebang with that sexy voice.
It's just my vocal cords walking down.
They just like completely exit your throat and just like start walking down the red carpet and like pose in Vogue. It's like, damn, Panda really does have a sexy voice. My God.
It's like, goddamn. Star, you're trying to drown me.
Do it, Star. Drowner. Waterboarder.
Oh god,
Wait, I forgot
okay,
to tell
hold
you.
on.
I forgot to tell you, but someone actually had an exorcism performed on a body before I could work on it. Oh, shit. Holy crap.
Ooh.
I hope that worked.
Alright, I gotta do this before we start.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Alright. 1604, the ball and chain. Alright. Here we go. I think I skipped over this one. Because I don't remember reading this one either. Or maybe. Oh yeah, no wait, I do remember reading this one. I wasn't interested in this one. Because it's just what it is. It's
Yeah,
ball
I'm
and chain.
kind of. Yeah, I'm kind of looking. Honestly, when I saw ball and chain, I thought this was gonna have something to do with marriage, but it's just a literal ball and chain.
It's just a ball and chain. Okay, alright.
It's short though, so you can get it.
Yeah, that's why I took it. Taking the short ones. Alright, SCP
Yes, you are.
1604. Subject class included.
Euclid.
Due to the size of SCP-1604, containment is performed on location. A small site has been established 5 kilometers east of the object under the guise of research base in order to observe the object and, if necessary, ward off intruders. Why would you like ward off intruders? What are they obsessed with it? Like, get that thing on my ankle right now. Like,
Slap that shit right on my ankle. Whew.
like
Make me look like a 1930s prisoner. Hell yeah.
No, I was thinking of like it was like similar to like the music where like you have to finish it, so maybe you have to finish your sentence in life.
What? in the actual blue moon fuck are you talking about?
But the music sheet, where the music sheet calls people to finish it, and if you don't have an ink and a pen to be able to write on it, it will make you cut open your hand and use your blood to finish the music.
Oh God, I'm trying to remember the name of that. What was that? Like the Ballad of Golgotha or
I
something like
think
that?
so.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
what
remember.
I know. Yeah, I know what SCP you're talking about. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you have to absolutely finish it, and if you don't have any ink or pen, you use your own blood, and then eventually you exsanguinate from trying to finish the piece.
Right. You bleed
But the
out,
piece
yeah.
is, yeah. I think in that SCP they actually did try playing what was on the music sheet, but it sounded disoriented and completely and utterly just like absolute shit, and it ended up causing like another anomalous effect that I think was expunged, but don't quote me on that.
No, we'll probably get there eventually to figure out if it did or not.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
get to reading.
the the coordinates with the various erase stripe this. Okay. I had a stroke. Hold on. I know how to
No need to
pronounce this
call an
one. I don't know
ambulance.
what happened to my brain when I tried to. Boop.
Tubby, what's up, man? How's it going?
Airspace. uh, keeps the airspace around SCP-1604 clear in order to avoid collisions with the Foundation maintenance and direct presence of in local air traffic control in order to warn stray aircraft out of the path of SCP-1604. What?
Yeah, I'm a little intrigued on this one actually. But before that, can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
What was the name of the band that sang the song Dream On?
Airspace?
No, try. Okay, you said the word correctly that time. I was trying to get you to say Aerosmith and then replace the word with space, but
Ah,
then
I
you
knew it was
jumped one
close
step ahead of me
by.
and said
I was
you
like,
said Aerosmith.
I know it starts with the arrow, but I didn't remember what the last thing was. Yeah, Smith. Okay, I pronounced it the second time
How
correctly.
the fuck did you jump so far ahead of me on that? Like,
No, I
I was just
pronounced
trying to get you to
it
say.
perfectly like the second time. I just had a stroke, like
I
a tongue twister, when I tried to pronounce it the first time.
I didn't hear you the second time, so I was trying to get you to pronounce it correctly that time, and I was going to be like, okay, good, it's Aerosmith. Just replace Smith with space. But then you just jumped and said, nope, Aerospace. I'm like, okay, cool. She could say it right the whole time. Got it. All right.
Bro, you attacking me like that and then put me on the spot like I didn't do it correctly. God damn it.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure you're the best you that you could be. And apparently correct you and let you know that Aerospace is not a band, at least not one that I've heard of, but
Well,
Aerosmith
there
is.
is one, yeah, but I don't know if they're that well known.
That doesn't surprise me, but nah, not as well known as Aerosmith, I can tell you
No,
that
God,
much.
no, no, not even close. No.
All right, nose. I know you know ooze. Most people do. Oh, do you mind me calling you ooze, by the way? I know you said it earlier, but
Ooze.
like, do you prefer ooze, O's, RPB7 O's, or do you have like some other nickname you prefer me to call you as?
I
Your
saw
call.
ooze in my chat.
Ooze. Whenever you see that, you might want to call a doctor. Oh, and Susan wants to clarify, in case people in Panda's chat are wondering what the fuck was my comment, I'm a medical examiner, meaning I do autopsies. Yes, Susan is our resident medical examiner, so he has done many, many, many autopsies, and he is very good at his job. So, just for clarification on that. You bet, that's a preferred nomenclature. You got it, Ooze! Thank you very much for the clarification. And Airstream is a band. Huh, I didn't know that. And hubby, let's see, 48 hours in the past 4 days. I ish tired, but I'm here supporting the buddies. Well, hey, man, if you want to go ahead and head on to sleep, I understand, man, completely. Trust me, I've pulled a lot of 12-hour shifts in my day, so
Every
I
day is a
feel you.
12-hour shift for me. That's how long I work.
Virtually every day is a 12-hour shift for me, sometimes longer without lunch. So yeah, it's a fun time when I get home. It's Finn pre-ooze. No, no, no pre-ooze, damn it. All right, Panda, description.
Okay. SCP-1604 is the length of a chain anchored in Greenland, extending an unknown distance both into the ground and into the atmosphere. SCP-1604 1604 points directly towards the Earth's core and is in a state of tension under most circumstances. The chain links are roughly 6 centimeters in diameter at their widest point and appear to be composed of heavy oxidized iron. However, the chain regularly undergoes stress far beyond the tolerance of iron and has resisted any attempt to collect a sample of material. Okay. The chain is anchored in a block of unknown, highly dense material which appears to encase 1604 entirely below ground level. At the time of discovery, this anchor was 2 meters below ground level and is
You want me to get that for you?
Maybe.
I can get it for you if you want me to.
Just the word.
Okay. Do you want me to say it, or do you want to say the word yourself?
No. I don't know what that word is, actually. I've never seen that.
Excavated.
God damn it! God damn it! I don't think I've actually ever spelled that word. I think that's why I've never seen it.
I have like the opposite problem. I see words read all the time, but know fuck all about pronouncing them, and chat is very quick to let me know that I've pronounced it wrong.
Wait, what? Pronounce what?
A lot of words I've
in
seen.
got it.
Yeah, words that I've seen read but never actually heard anybody pronounced. Like Macedonia is apparently pronounced Macedonia. I've never heard anybody talk about Macedonia before in my life, and I've only ever seen it read, so I always thought it was Macedonia.
What? Who pronounces it that? I've never heard that either.
What, Macedonia or Macedonia?
I've heard Macedonia.
Holy fuck, I'm not alone. Oh my god. Yes, apparently it's Macedonia.
Fuck. Well, when we add that to the list of words I can't freaking pronounce.
Alright, Panda, continue.
During examination, a device resembling a primitive warding lock is affixed to a ring capping this anchor. This lock has been encased in a pre-modern mixture of concrete in which its several unidentified symbols have been etched. This concrete was removed for investigation. Alright.
And if I could just go ahead and stop you real quick. Hubby, or go, Techie, gosh damn it. Techie, thank you very much for the sub to Hubby. Gifting a sub to, motherfucker, I can't say shit for dick right now.
Wait, Techie gave
Techie.
themselves a sub?
No, Techie gave her husband, Hubby, a sub. So thank you, Techie, for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, Techie woman and Techie hubby are husband and wife, in case you didn't know that.
That is adorable.
I know, right? It's so fucking cute. That's like relationship goals. And also, Techie, just for you. There you go.
We good?
Oh, yeah, we're good. Sorry, you can continue.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't want to interrupt.
My bad.
Well, say hello to them for me then, Techie.
Mm-hmm.
Peter
Oh, hubby's here in chat.
Ooh.
You can say hi to both of them. They're both here.
What? Techie's in my chat.
Techie's in my chat too. She could be in multiple chats at once.
I know, but she said Techie's on the Techie hubby is on the other half of the other room. That's what she said.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were telling me to tell hubby that you said hello. I was like, he can hear you, you know, he's right here.
You apparently are in the stereo.
Yeah, Techie's flipping out because she got an Ada in stereo.
That was a really good Ada though. That was very.
Thanks.
It had like a nice ring at the like the ending. It was really good.
Yeah, I was always told to make him deep and breathy, so I do.
Yes, it works. Anyway, periodically, 1604 will slacken for a short period during which a portion of the chain's length will fall back towards the ground. Usually, several kilometers of chain will accumulate before the tension of the chain is restored, which will quickly pull the chain tight again. These incidences occur roughly every 90 minutes on average. So that's a minute and a half. Though long periods without activity or short bursts of rapid activity have been both recorded. Due to the danger posed during these periods, observation regarding the scale of the object has been limited. Ground protecting radar indicates that continued presence of SC-1604 to the limit of its range. It is known that the object extends at least beyond the orbit of the Earth's moon. Attempt to use laser or radar imaging beyond this range have resulted in sudden increase in tension on the line, specifically to cause adverse geological activity. Okay. So we have no idea what's on the other side of it. We just know the ball goes high.
The chain goes high.
It says so it's anchored to a concrete box, but we don't know what's in the box because it's under the ground.
Wait, Panda, do you not get this?
No.
Okay, so what's the name of the SCP?
Ball and chain.
We have the chain, right?
Right.
What's it connected to?
A ball.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, now it's clicking in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think I skipped this one because I was extremely bored. I was like, this doesn't tell me anything. This is boring. Get out of here.
The Earth is the ball and is connected to a chain. We are a literal wrecking ball. And a quote oozed when they popped in here earlier. This SCP came in like a wrecking ball. Sorry, I had to. It was in my chat and it was just too good to give up. All right. Who we got next?
Our next one on the list is 626. Oh, well, it's Stitch.
Oh my god, you're so fucking right. I didn't even think about that.
It's 626, yeah.
Ohana. Ohana means no one is left behind.
No, it means family. Family means no one left behind. Get it right.
It's been years since I've seen the movie, okay? I'm sorry. And believe it or not, I was actually a very big fan of the series. You remember the series, right? On Disney Channel.
Oh my god, I loved watching the series.
I know, it was so cool. Just like all the iterations that came before Stitch and the one afterwards, there actually was a 627. It was like a female Stitch. It was all pink.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. All right, so 626, vision altering sculpture. This looks interesting. You want me to take this one?
Yeah, we can kind of go back and forth if you want.
Okay, cool.
Try to.
All right. Item number SCP-626. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. 626 is to be kept in a standard lockbox at Site 19's high-value item storage facility. Standard positive action defenses, explosive, chemical, biological, and memetic, are to be in place at all times, according to standard operating procedure. Research is currently suspended, pending review. See below. Description. 626 is a metallic structure approximately 72 centimeters in height. While 626 appears to be made of some sturdy material, it has a very low mass for its volume, indicating that it's hollow. It consists of a base, which rises to a central stem, supporting a sphere. The sphere surface is broken by numerous protrusions, each of which ends in a sphere, and a similar arrangement to the base. When 626 is in the presence of a human being, the subject site begins to deteriorate. Close examination reveals that the rods and cones within the eye begin to dissipate, rendering the eye unable to differentiate shapes and colors. After approximately 7 hours, the subject is unable to detect any light through the eyes. Loss of vision occurs whether or not the subject is able to see 626, but appears to be dependent on the subject's knowledge that 626 is present. Any material that can block visible light will also block the effects of 626. After at least 15 hours of exposure to 626, the subject's sight begins to return. Post-mortem examinations of subject's eyes from this stage have shown no rods or cones are present any longer, yet the subject regains the ability to see color, shape, and degrees of light and darkness. Testing has shown that the restored vision is often sharper than the subject's previous visual activity. Once vision is fully restored, which usually occurs in under 30 minutes, the subject begins experiencing visual hallucinations, often of ghosts or other humanoid beings that seemingly ignore our physical reality. At this stage, subjects will progress to the final stage even if removed from 626 presence. Once hallucinations begin, the subject will begin a gradual mental deterioration, beginning with a loss of logical and speech capabilities. Over the course of several days, the subject's brain functions will gradually cease. During this time, the subject may attempt to follow their hallucinations through walls and other solid objects. Care should be taken to ensure that the subjects do not harm themselves. Or at least let one of them walk into a wall at least once. It's pretty fucking funny. Well, anyway, professionalism. Once all major brain function is lost, the subject becomes catatonic and dies within several hours. Upon the subject's death, their eyes shrivel and dry out, all liquid evaporating from them in a matter of seconds. I wonder if they make like little air balloon sounds, like whenever you like release a balloon in the air and it just goes like. Anyway, no matter of distance between the subject and 626 at the time of death. Wait, no. No matter the distance between the subject and 626 at the time of death, the evaporated fluid condenses on the surface of 626 and is then apparently absorbed into its structure.
Oh.
So it collects vitreous humor of the eyeballs. That's rather interesting. Addendum. Dr. Redacted has expressed concern over the details of some of the most recent subject's hallucinations. The subject was able to describe a ghost standing behind Dr. Redacted, which resembled the researcher's wife, who had died several months ago of congenital heart failure. The subject, with no prior knowledge of Dr. Redacted or his family, was able to answer several questions about Mrs. Redacted's medical condition at the time of her death. Further research suspended pending O5 level review. Oh, that was a really sad ending, actually.
A little bit, yeah. So it collects eyesight? Because it doesn't take the eyeballs.
Nope, it doesn't. Yo, unknown. Thank you for the bit. Can you do 4217? We just did it. That's what we started off with.
Oh yeah,
unknown.
that was the first one. Oh no, I'm so
yeah.
sorry you didn't see that one.
Yeah, sorry. If you want to, you can go ahead and check out Shiny's YouTube channel, or go ahead and check out this VOD after we get finished recording, and you can go back and watch it. It's pretty good. Long, but pretty good.
It was you can find us like me trying to figure out a voice for the captain.
She wanted to do a German voice, but thought it was just going to be too stereotypical. That didn't stop me from doing one, though.
No, but you're able to do multiple voices. It takes me a bit to get the character in my head to do so.
Ah, gotcha. Well, better you have the character in your head sometimes than just, swinging it on a whim.
No, that's true, yeah. Alright, so this one was pretty interesting. Not totally understanding what its purpose is, besides seeing the dead ones afterwards, but it does take the eyesight, so I guess that's a thing.
I think it just takes your regular eyesight, and when you gain it back, you're able to go ahead and see, the dead and any metaphysical things that are beyond human perception. And then apparently when you die, it actually collects your... Well, actually, hold up. Let's see. Upon the subject's death, their eyes shrivel and dry out, all liquid evaporating from them in a matter of seconds. Okay, so when you die, it basically does, in a way, collect your eyes, but like just the vitreous humor. Huh, weird. Okay, what about 2399? Do we have 2399 on the list, Panda?
2399. Ouch.
And thank you for the bit, by the way.
23. No, we do not have 2399. We have 2598, but we don't have 2399.
All right, well, let's toss her on the list.
All right, that was a pretty interesting one. I don't remember who. I think that was Star that suggested that one. I don't remember.
Wait, 626?
626, I think, was Star. She's been suggesting a lot of them. All right.
Gotcha.
The next one is 594. What was this one called?
594.
This was...
Bad gateway. Rude. Hold on. There we are. Okay. It was 524?
It was 594.
Oh, 594. I knew that.
The electric sheep.
Cool. Androids dream of those all the time.
Get it? I opened it and then closed it immediately afterwards.
You get it? Because of the book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Do you get it?
Hey, you're reading this one. It's long as fuck.
Okay, yeah, of course. I gotta do all the heavy work.
Wait, that's a ram. That's not a sheep.
That is a ram.
I've been lied to.
All right.
What?
I wouldn't necessarily say that's false advertising.
No.
I mean, ram and sheep are of similar family.
Have they updated the game? Is that why you're practicing it? Why did you tell me this? Just like Schaefer in the chat was like, not us practicing Project Playtime. Thought you hated that
what?
game. What happened?
I don't want to do Poppy Play. I don't want to do Poppy Playtime. It looks so spooky and scary.
No, this is the multiplayer practice playtime.
Yeah, no, but it's like in the Playtime universe, though.
Yeah,
right?
no, but it's actually really fun. It's scary when you see the things turning the corner sharply, but it's It's like Dead by Daylight kind of, except with
Ah,
poppy characters.
gotcha. Oh shit! You know what that reminds me of? I need to do Bendy in the Dark Revival.
My nephew has been dying for me to play the Bendies. He literally suggested it when I went up to DC, and he's like, "You're playing it, right?" And I was like, "Ah, crap! I guess I am."
I'd recommend it. Bendy and the Ink Machine was pretty fucking awesome, so I'm
I
entirely
hated the
excited to see what
ending.
the Dark Revival has to offer. Oh, the ending of Bendy? Like you mean you
The
hate like
last
the
like
way it ended?
the no like the last boss battle.
Oh,
They did
the
him
last boss
dirty.
battle was a little.
They did him
Yeah, they
dirty.
did. Yeah, the last boss battle was a little irritating, honestly, but it wasn't too bad. I've had worse.
That's fair. I have all three of them right now. So
Oh, nice. All three chapters.
no, all
Not
three
bad at all.
games.
Wait, hold on.
There's
There's
Bendy
Bendy
and
and
the
the Ink
Ink
Machine.
Machine. There's
There's
hold
Bendy
on.
and Boris Survival or
Whoa,
whatever it
hey,
is.
how's it going? So there's I've Bendy the Dark Revival, and then I Bendy the Ink Machine, and then there's the I don't remember if it was like a DLC or something like that, but it was a
Wait,
the
you're talking about Boris the
Boris.
Dark Survival, right?
It was no, it was
Because that's a game.
I don't
And
remember what it was called, but I have it, but it's there. I think it was a
it's
DLC
it's
to
called,
Bendy and the Ink
it's called
Machine.
yeah, it's called Boris and the Dark Survival. It's basically
Yeah.
like a rogue-like. Yeah, I played it on stream before. It was meh. It was kind of bleh. It was okay. It's a good game. Soki liked it. Yep, that's how I actually met Soki. She was streaming it when I was, and she gave me a random raid one day.
Oh,
To
that's
imagine if I wasn't playing Bendy and the Ink Machine, I never would have met Soki, or met you, Techie, or met you, hubby. By all extensions.
wow.
I know, right? The smallest
I
things make the biggest
haven't.
results, don't they?
I played it when Bendy came out, so I've never streamed it. So I don't know if I
Ah,
should stream
gotcha.
with that first, or if I should go straight into like the new one. I don't know.
Personally, I like to do things chronologically. With the only exception I'll ever make to that is the Red Dead series, since Red Dead 2 is a prequel to Red Dead 1. But
Yeah, that's true. Like games that play
yeah.
like like the second game is before the first. I can understand that. It's similar to like Resident Evil.
Exactly. I never
Uh,
played any of the Resident Evil
I
games now that
guess
I think about it.
I guess I would do Bendy and the Ink Machine first, and then I'll go over to the new one.
Yes, let's go. Why can't we just see it?
Oh my gosh, I haven't played it since it came out. I don't even know how long ago that was.
You'll play it again for the very first time.
I have no memory except for like the last boss battle. Boss battle. Bass battle.
Like base battle.
I don't
Oh,
know
base battle.
memory until bass battle.
I don't remember shit for dick unless the bass battle. That's about it.
And like all the cutouts of him. Oh, and the when you're in the film room, that's also one because that one actually got me.
Oh yeah, that's right. That whole fucking spiel. Oh god, I hated that one. That was such a moment.
All right. Anyway,
All
SCP
right, so
594, Electric Sheep.
all right. Item number SCP-594. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. 594 is kept at Bioresearch Sector Redacted, located on 54 square kilometers of mountainous rangeland located 35 kilometers from Redacted, Alaska. Officially, Sector Redacted is listed as a munitions factory and testing facility. The perimeter fences and access gates are monitored remotely at all times with two level 2 guards posted at each gate in 8-hour shifts. All fencing and closed paddocks have static dischargers placed at 2-centimeter intervals. Main research enclosure and pens are to be cleaned on a daily basis to avoid buildup of excrement and allow for necessary repairs. Due to possible electrocution hazard, the following procedures are to be observed when interacting with 594. All metallic items and electric devices, including wristwatches and jewelry, must be removed and placed within plastic containers prior to donning protective gear. Prior to entering paddock, staff are advised to wear at minimum Tesla armor, heavy-duty work gloves, ear protection, goggles, and rubber-soled boots. Also, staff are advised to keep on hand tobacco products, specifically skull-style chewing tobacco or pipe tobacco, candies, dry fruit, or good quality alcohol as a treat for 59401. Wait, hold up, what? Hold on now, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that there's a 59401 that we give chewing tobacco to and alcohol to? Okay, I'm intrigued. Holding pens
As
and fences are to be
treats.
kept properly maintained at all times. Wool of mature adults, 2 years and older, is to be kept shorn to a length of 2 millimeters by ceramic shears twice yearly and baled in anti-static bags, with strict adherence to guidelines set out in document 594-S. Under no circumstances are shears with electrical motors to be used for shearing. Exceptions are 59401 and 59402, who are to be rude, loose wool plucked out by hand. That's a thing. That sounds monotonous. As per guidelines under document 59401 slash 202A, whoa, and no attempts at shearing be made on either animal. Due to the nature of 594, specifically 59402, all personnel with contact to 594 and its byproducts may be subject to full cavity searches, and all personnel must submit to pat down, search, and metal detector scan before leaving the enclosure. Are these sheep trying to get people to smuggle drugs? What the hell? Why?
All I
Okay.
can think of is
Feeding.
like they put their hooves against the wall. It's like, what do you got?
What are you holding out on? You better fucking tell me, Jimmy. If so help me God, if I find you with another key in my coke again, you're fucked, kid. I'm gonna cut you ass to appetite. Feeding of the approved formulated grain hay mix, outlined in document 594-F, is to be done twice daily with fresh water and mineral licks made readily available around all parts of the enclosure. Foraging and grazing outside of regular feedings are to be carefully monitored. Description. Discovered in the Altai Mountains during a routine fact-finding mission, 594 is a flock of feral sheep of an unknown breed resembling a wild Argali sheep, in general build with a thick fleece like that of a domestic merino, around 135 centimeters at the shoulder and weighing 195 kilograms on average. Gestation and reproductive cycles are similar to most domesticated sheep, with ewes reaching sexual maturity at 6 to 8 months of age and rams at 4 to 6 months. They enter a rut twice annually, typically in late spring and early autumn, but breeding can occur year-round. Most ewes give birth to a single lamb or twins, with triplets being exceedingly rare, 2% of all recorded births to date. Only documented case of triplets which survived to full maturity is 59401 and his siblings, 59402 and 59403. General coloration ranges from pure white to dark blue-gray wool with a metallic sheen appearing once they've reached full maturity, typically 2 years of age. Only 3 animals, with the aforementioned triplets, display atypical wool colors. Both sexes have horns, with uncastrated males having spiraling horns measuring 190 centimeters in length, the largest documented span belonging to 59402 at a length of 247.4 centimeters. That sounds really tall, actually. Females and wethers have curved horns measuring 20 centimeters. The horns, hooves, and wool of older animals have unusually high concentrations of ferrous materials, along with traces of gold alloys. Examinations of newly butchered animals have revealed that 594 skeleton also has large amounts of ferrous materials present within the bone matrix. Oh, that's why the pat downs. People trying to steal gold wool. Oh, wait. Is this
Wait.
supposed to be the golden fleece that Jason used? Jason and the
Yeah.
Argonauts?
Oh my
Huh.
god. Oh, okay, a lot of things just came to my head. I don't think that's what you were talking about.
Hmm. What came to your head, just out of curiosity?
Percy Jackson series.
Oh, gotcha.
With the Golden Fleece on the Sea of Monsters, and then so on from the other books.
Ah, see, I've never read any of the Percy Jackson books, so I don't know.
They're good. They're a good series. So Rick Riordan has made some really good books. Anyway, continue.
Okay, gotcha. All right, anyway. Sheep are highly aggressive and territorial in nature and often attack unfamiliar personnel without warning or provocation. They will continue to behave in this manner until steps are taken to properly placate 59401, which is normally done by giving it treats such as tobacco or candies. Yeah, this is my kind of sheep. I don't even smoke, but this is my kind of sheep. At least not frequently. I do smoke a pipe or I do smoke a cigar on occasion. Once this is done, the flock will become docile and behave like normal domestic sheep. The exceptions to this pacifying behavior are O2 and O3 as outlined in the addendum on each. In contrast to adults, lambs typically are very easy to handle and display curiosity towards new objects and people in the paddock, often attempting to play with personnel but will flee if threatened. The sound of a panicked lamb will cause nearby adults to attack violently, so caution is taken to not spook lambs. What was spook in quotation marks? That's literally what you're trying not to do. Lambs also show a tendency to form attachments to certain humans, often following them around the paddock and begging for food or attention. Oh, they're gonna shock the fuck out of us, aren't they? This is especially noticeable among bottle-reared lambs. Such attachments often last even after sheep have reached maturity, as seen in the case of O2 and Dr. Merriweather. At present, the flock numbers 1,314 mature sheep plus 448 lambs and immature sheep, with selective culling of unwanted animals annually after the rutting season to maintain these numbers. The only animals exempt from culling are O1, O2, and O3, or any lambs exhibiting similar traits. Deviation from the aforementioned numbered pattern for more than a year's time will cause all mature rams to data expunged. Failure to follow the pattern for 2 years during preliminary research resulted in the deaths of a single number of D-class personnel and a single number of researchers, as well as near breach containment by 59402. The defining characteristic of the sheep is that they're able to generate a substantial amount of static electricity simply by the friction caused during daily activities. The resultant charge is typically discharged at random, with mature specimens producing arc flashes that have been recorded at 1,000 amps or more. Holy fuck. Due to the electrocution hazard, personnel interacting with 594 are advised to follow guidelines fully outlined in document 594-4H. When faced with a threat, the flock will become highly agitated and mature ewes will attempt to form a ring around any lambs, rubbing their bodies together to generate an even greater static charge between them. Because this defensive behavior is especially pronounced when ewes are birthing, it is standard procedure to isolate all pregnant ewes and newborn lambs from the rest of the flock until a week after birthing. In addition to defense against predators, rams also appear to use their discharges as a type of dominance display, with the older and stronger rams able to produce more powerful discharges during their dance. They're literally doing the electric slide. That is fucking awesome. Anyway, when in rams will fight against themselves, performing the stomping dances prior to engaging rivals. These dances are often accompanied by excessive discharges, resulting in a rapid ionization of air and giving 594 its local name, Thunder Sheep. Dude, Thunder Sheep's an awesome name for a band. Excuse me. We got Thunder Sheep 234. Ground sensors have also detected telluric currents during these dances with older rams, creating extremely complicated patterns that often resemble data expunge. Free martins, ewes which are behaviorally masculine and lack functional ovaries, will also perform stomping dances, but the patterns produced, while equally complicated, show a marked difference from those created by rams. To date, wethers have not been observed to engage in this behavior. Another trait exhibited by 594 is an inherent ability to walk on air, or more accurately, levitate themselves at a distance on average of 2 to 4 meters vertically via manipulation of electromagnetic fields. These sheep can walk on air? Lambs and younger animals have a tendency to lose control mid-flight, often falling from high cliffs, which can result in the death of the animal. This may be the way the flock culled out weaker animals in the wild, but more research is needed. Research has been done on the properties of 594 wool, milk, meat, and horn. Results of these tests are pending full documentation. However, the meat, milk, and resultant dairy products have proven to be fit for human consumption. Approval to include thunder mutton. That is fucking awesome. And various cheeses made from the milk of 594 in the Foundation standardized menu is still pending.
I see. Nice.
So, it is literal electric sheep.
What? It's that Pokemon. What is the sheep Pokemon?
I don't know. I stopped following after the original 150, and even still, my memory on that one's iffy. Excuse me.
It's
Jason rode the coattails of better heroes.
Mareep.
Prove me wrong.
It's Mareep. It's a legit
Mareep.
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 Mareep is the electric type sheep.
Is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of this. What generation is it?
Yeah. Hold on.
Spook might be in quotes because of Tennessee stiff like
Generation 2.
Oh, Gen 2. Huh. That far back. I didn't realize that.
It is. I know it's an older one. It's a sheep with like little triangles on its side of its head that look like bees' butts. And then it has like a tail that has that same design with a ball on the end.
Hold up. I must look at this. Oh, Marie. I can't type. Oh, that actually looks really fucking cute.
Yeah, it's Mareep.
Holy fuck, this thing only weighs 17 pounds? Dude, I could like chuck this thing in the ocean. And then electrocute a lot of fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna kill like an entire thing of Magikarps right there.
Magikarp. They actually look like really shitty eating.
Mm. And then, like, when it evolves, it loses its, like, fluff more as it evolves.
Oh, the poor thing suffers from male pattern baldness. I feel that.
I like how we went from SCP to Pokemon real quick.
I know, right? Let's see. So with all this SCP reading, have either of you played SCP Secret Laboratory on Steam? I have not,
Me!
but
I have!
you have, you lucky ass.
Yes!
I want to do it. I've seen like a brief demo of it played by the Exploring series, who does a lot of SCP readings and stuff, and it looks pretty fucking good. Like the graphics on it look very clean.
It's a little
So I want to
buggy
definitely give it a look.
with the SCPs, but it's actually, yeah, it's a pretty good game.
I shall have to go ahead and consider this, by which I mean I definitely will play it at some point.
Mm.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy.
That's
All right. What's our next one?
Alright, our next one is. Let me get rid of this one real quick. Alright, our next one is on the list is 462.
462. Oh, wait.
The getaway car.
Let's
Actually,
see.
wait, if I remember, let me look at this one real quick. I feel like there's something I have to remember about this one.
Okay.
No, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Okay, I was thinking of the other one. There's one that's kind of graphic.
Ah, gotcha.
But this isn't
Alright,
the
well,
one I was
super
thinking of.
short.
This is the other one. Hold on, I gotta mark the other one done on my list.
Okay. Just gotta draw a line through it. Don't take that long.
No, I have two lists. I have one already done and then one needed to be read.
Okay.
I
Just
can
gotta
move
write the
one
number
over.
and then mark out the other one. So it's not that hard.
Hey. Alright, anyway,
Do,
SCP 462.
do, do.
Object
Okay.
class safe. 462 is stored in a temperature. I realize I don't have my other screen on anymore. It's looking at mirror. I gotta turn that back.
Oh, your
Hold on.
third screen that you want to
No,
go
I
ahead
don't
and
have a
wave
third
in front of us
screen. I
plebeians?
can't see my chat.
You had a third screen
It's
and
on
you
the
love to wave it in
floor.
front of our faces all the time. You still have it. It's just not connected.
Yeah.
Treating us
Wait.
like peasantry.
What happens when
Queen
you
of the ball.
get through all the SCP readings? Do you understand how many SCPs there are?
There are 7,999 to be precise.
You might think this is like a small list, right? Hold on, let me actually go back to the list real quick. You see this number right here? Let me click that for you. Never mind, the gateway's bad. Let me go to this one real quick.
You just got to refresh it.
Do you see
Oh,
it? Do you see this number? Do you know how long that's gonna take us to read all of these SCPs? You stand by your question. I don't know. It's gonna take like 3 years for us to read all of these.
Ooh, so close, Finn. Better luck next time. You know, there was a point in time where I was young and stupid back when I first started reading the SCP series. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to read all of these in order. I think I made it up to like the 2000s before I said, you know what? Fuck this. And I just started going ahead and reading like ones that interested me. And Susan's got a point. Don't forget about all the various O1 proposals, which are very, very, very lengthy. Very lengthy to read.
Yeah, we might get there eventually, but right now it's just good to these.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, when I first started, I didn't start reading them in order. I read them by like their name. If I liked their name, I would read them. And then I went back when I got older, I started reading them in order.
Wait, hold on. Before we go ahead and continue on, Wham, look up Dunsparce. It's freaking 5 feet long and weighs 30 pounds and looks ridiculous. Okay, hold on. I gotta get a visual on this. Dunsparce. Let's see. Dunsparce.
Oh, I see it. Oh, this boy. Yeah. No, this guy's he's fun. He's a fun guy.
His eyes are shut all the time.
Yeah, but he's a normal type Pokemon.
He looks like he'd be absolutely useless in a fight. He looks like he might evolve into something awesome, but yeah, I don't see it.
No, he doesn't evolve, actually. That's his final and first form.
His tail is a butt plug. I'm just throwing that out there.
Bruh.
It is. Look at it.
Then look at the
You would
giraffe or whatever its freaking name is.
giraffe rig. It looks like it got burned from the bottom half up. Oh, the tail. The tail's a chain chomp.
The tail,
That
dude.
the tail's a chain chomp that could very easily also serve as an anal bead. I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh,
Man,
dear.
I can see why a lot of these Pokemon are popular now. Let's see. These are totally reminding me of basementwarehouse23.com box auction. Ooh, creepypasta stuff. I'm gonna have to look that up later. And hopefully that won't lead me to a site that will show me like a snuff film from the 1970s. All right, anyway. Panda, you are free to continue as you might, ma'am.
Hold on. I realize that Gilbert's glitching through something that he's not supposed to be glitching through. There we go. Alright.
Gilbert, stop glitching.
Yeah, it's fine. I just realized he was standing on top of it. Alright. Anyway, where was I? I didn't even get far. 462 is stored in a temperature and humidity controlled vault at site. We don't know. Under no circumstances are Class D personnel to be allowed near the object. Despite the state of the despair, 462 does not show any signs of further deterioration due to rust. 462 is a 1968 Chevrolet Don't. I know it.
Okay, I wasn't going to.
No, I don't. Okay, never mind. But
El Camino.
yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. In a state of serious disrepair, the several. I don't think I've actually. Hold on, I want to see what this car looks like real quick. I don't think I've ever seen this model.
You never seen an El Camino before?
No.
They're like classic muscle cars.
I have seen these cars, but I've never actually known,
Yep.
like, these are the ones with the weird truck bed. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Got
that's
it.
them.
Okay, I have this image in my head now, and now I know what I'm looking at. With several broken windows and severe rust damage, a single key is inserted into the ignition. To date, all attempts at removing the key have failed. If a human sits in the driver's seat and turns the key as if to start the vehicle, they will instinctually disappear. Okay. Around 42% of 462's drivers have been known to suddenly reappear without the vehicle at a distant location after a random period of time. So it's like a teleporter. Interesting. Ranging from 43 seconds to 7 months near the spot that they have confirmed as being their chosen destination. So it's a teleporter. It's a legit teleporter.
Keep reading.
Oh, okay. I lost where I was. Hold on. These drivers rarely arrive at their destination safely. Many have observed falling from a considerable height after reappearing. Ugh. While others have arrived while flying in a direction of their destination at various speeds, resulting in injuries that are sometimes fatal. I shouldn't have laughed at that, but all I could think of is like randomly a guy coming out of nowhere just flying through the air.
So you're not wrong. It is a teleporter. It's just a really super deadly one.
Yeah, occasionally test subjects will arrive in various states of dismemberment. Ooh, in 35% of these cases, the test subject never reappears and can't be located, even when fitted with a GPS transceiver. The remaining 23% of the test subjects data explosion. Okay. The subject who survived 46.2's travel process report that they have driving during the time that they are gone, experienced confusion regarding the experience and their abrupt reappearance. These report it says like I think maybe the ones flying is like if they crash the car and they go like through the windshield and they're flying through the windshield.
I feel like that's cheating because they're supposed to be driving and instead they're flying. That's clearly air travel, which is an entirely different mode of transportation.
You know how when you crash a
No,
car.
I know
Never
what
mind,
I'm being sarcastic, Panda.
Okay.
I know what I'm aware.
Okay.
You may go on.
These reports typically conduct the time between vanishing and reappearing, with most drivers insisting that they have been gone for a few minutes as opposed to the actual period of time their disappearance was observed. The object first came to the Foundation's attention on October 5th, 2000, when Marshall inactively used it to find his father, who was serving a life sentence at penitentiary at kilometers from the object's original location. The prison's security staff detained Mr. Marshall soon afterwards. Questioning was carried out by Agent who was working undercover as one of the facility's guards. SCP-462 was immediately located and moved to site without incident.
Why didn't they blank out his last name? That seems kind of weird.
I think it was his first name, wasn't it?
No, his first name was blanked out, but not his last name.
Oh.
Yeah, why would,
Sorry, I
why
misheard
would they
you.
call him Mr.
Apologies.
Marshall? Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Well, this one's interesting. An El Camino that will teleport you to your destination, but will teleport you in the fashion of as if you were driving in it at very high speeds.
Yeah. So if you
Meow.
crashed a vehicle, which I'm assuming would happen to the people who were dismembered,
Mhm.
probably
I can see
didn't
that.
have a good crash.
Panda, I don't think there's any such thing as a good crash.
Okay, never mind. But
I've never seen a person get into a vehicle accident and then step out and say, "Wowee, that was fun."
it's not
I'm
what
just
I
throwing that
meant.
out there.
I've
Love
been
you,
in a
Panda.
car accident that was extremely painful, but
Yep, exactly. The only good crash is one you walk away from. Yep, that's true.
I mean,
That's
I
very
walked
true.
away from it, but I was impaled. So yeah.
On what?
No, I wasn't. It wasn't me stuck. Well, okay, I was originally stuck to the chair, but I was able to pry myself off the chair, then get up without knowing I was impaled until
Ah, gotcha. You didn't realize because of the shock of the situation.
Yeah, well, my first instinct was to make sure that my father, who was in the driver's seat, was okay.
Completely understandable.
Yeah, and then found out I had an entire metal thing, or it wasn't metal, but it was a type of very hard material through my shoulder.
Sure.
It wasn't like through the bone; it was through like the skin part and the muscle part above my neck. I have a documentation of
gotcha.
it, and I always forget about it because it's not like I'm not scarred from it, which is weird.
That's rather interesting, actually. Like, it did make like an exit wound, right?
Yeah, it went through all the way.
Damn.
And it healed
Very
perfectly
surprising
fine,
that
which
you
is
didn't get-
extremely disturbing to me because I don't think that
Yes.
you should be able to heal from that. I feel like you would have some
Yeah.
damage. Well, I do have some nerve damage. Like, I don't have any feeling in that area, but I have a documentation of it. I would read it out loud because it is actually pretty interesting. Oh, wait, no, I don't. It's in the fire.
It was in the fire.
was
It got
in the
burned
fire.
up while I was in the fire.
Hmm.
That's crazy, though, that you have like no scar or anything from that.
Oh, I do.
That is.
It's very faded, but I do.
Oh, okay, gotcha. When you said healed up
Maybe if I
perfectly, I
remember,
thought you
I'll
meant
get a
like
copy
no
of
scar
that
at
for
all.
my doc, and then I can read it out loud to you guys one day.
That sounds awesome. I'd be down for that.
It wasn't like a big, like, it wasn't like a huge, like, hunk of thing. It was like, it was pretty small. So there wasn't like a lot, there.
Susan says that you and him are nerve damage buddies.
Woo! I don't think that's something to celebrate. But it's not like I can move my shoulder just fine. It's like it's the muscle it's hard to explain where it is without showing you exactly where it is. But it was like it was something from the car that hit us. It was I think it was part of the outer shell, and it went through the windshield, or I think it did, because the car hit us
Damn,
forward.
that's crazy.
So I imagine it went through the windshield.
So when you say your neck, do you mean like the base of your neck, or like around where your jugular would
if
be?
you're looking at me, it's my right top, like it's on the top of my shoulder.
Okay, gotcha.
It was like this.
So it's on your
this
top right
skin
shoulder.
that was up there, and the muscle.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a better visual now.
And my dad has glass in his face still, so that's fun.
Yarg. That's rough. My uncle,
he got
when he was
really
a kid,
bad like knee injury because he's pretty tall and the car swished. But he's fine. He
Gotcha.
can walk just fine. And jump.
Well, that's good.
And hit me in the face with the volleyball at 90 miles per hour.
Yeah, my dad actually had something similar when he was in the army. He was doing night maneuvers, and in a Jeep, and his lieutenant did not tell him about the tank trap that they were just about to go ahead and drive into. And for those of you who don't know, a tank trap is a concrete ditch that is very, very deep that, surprise, surprise, traps tanks. So Dad ended up driving right into it and slammed his left knee right into the metal dash. Well, not the dash, but like the bottom part of the dash of his Jeep. And I think this was like, what, the 80s, I want to say? So yeah, he's had like a fucked up knee ever since. He can walk around just fine and all that, but it's got a lot of pain. And he's got to have grease shot into it like every
Ooh.
6 months or so.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, they take like a long ass syringe and they stick it into his knee and they just basically shoot like grease into it to keep his joints from deteriorating any further.
Wow. That's so glad I don't have to go through that. And Techie, I think you would find almost all of my documents of my past injuries extremely interesting. Like, I feel like anyone who would read my like my doctor has said to me, "How the hell are you able to move just okay?" Like,
Panda, can you sign a release of information for me to read your full medical file?
maybe one day, yeah. Like, it's very interesting. I think I've had one friend read it, and she just kind of looks at me like, are you mentally good? Because your body's not. Yeah. No, I'm not good either. That's why I have
Mentally
a service animal. Woo.
Mentally twisted, body destroyed, bank account zero, OnlyFans open for business. That's just me anyway.
Yeah, see, like I said, I think you would find my documentation extremely interesting. I'm an SCP. I'm the injured woman. She's somehow alive. Like, I've broken
crap.
almost like maybe like probably like 75% of my bones.
Damn, girl.
I've
My
broken
God.
a lot of bones and sprained. I've also
Susan
been stabbed.
says, okay, hold on. This one's definitely got me intrigued. Explain.
Okay, I was in DC with my friends, and it was after we were going. This happened like years ago during when I was in college.
Okay.
I don't remember when it happened, but I have the scar for it. It's on my stomach. So it was me, my friend, and his husband, and we were out we're going home clubbing, and it was really late at night, and some guy came out of nowhere. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta back up a little bit. There's something in between that happened. Okay, so my friend's husband went inside a store to go get some essentials, and me and my friend were standing outside, and we were just like hanging out. In a way, so I have to say my friend is a dude. He's a dude. He's like a little shorter than me, but he looks feminine, because he's very small. Like, he looks like a stick. Okay. So this guy came out of nowhere, like absolutely nowhere. Like, he just poofed into existence, and he was like he was forcing us to give us our money. And at the time, I didn't have my wallet on me, so I couldn't really give anything to him, even if I wanted to. But I went into mama mode, and I stood in front of my friend. Because he's a stick, he couldn't defend himself even if he wanted to, and by doing so, I walked into his knife while he was thrusting it forward, because he was like,
oh, shit.
He was thrusting it towards us to threaten us, and I stepped in front, and the knife went into me, and it didn't go far, maybe like an inch, maybe so. So it wasn't that much, and he pulled it out, and he was like kind of like startled by it. And then at that moment, it was like, like those action films where like you see the fist come out of nowhere. It wasn't me doing this. No, don't get me wrong. It was my friend's husband who came out of the store, happened to see this happening, and literally he didn't really punch him. He kind of pushed him really, really hard into the street, and then the guy was kind of startled. He dropped the knife. We called the cops. Cops came. I didn't know I was bleeding until I got home, and then my friend was like, "Oh my!" Because I was wearing a very, very thin jacket, and it was like a zip up. So my zip it was open. So I was just wearing a very tight thin shirt, and so my friend, when I took off my jacket, it was just this huge wet spot. It wasn't huge. It was maybe a small fist. It wasn't that big. But So we kind of just like looked at it and we're like kind of probing it. And we're like, we should probably go get stitches with this. And then the next morning, like we patched it up. Next morning, we're like, okay, yeah, I got stabbed. And the doc says like, why didn't you come here immediately? You could have bled out. And I was like, oh, I wasn't bleeding that much. We put a band-aid on that bitch and said we're good. But yeah, because I didn't immediately get stitches, it did leave a scar. So yeah, it was a good time.
I had like almost the exact same reaction once with a
It didn't
dog
get to
bite.
that well, no.
Okay, so like it didn't punch your stomach or anything.
No, God no. It like
Right.
so if you're it's on my right side. Wow, I just realized my right side gets beat up a lot. I
Duly noted.
now just thinking that. It's on my right side and it's between my kidney and my stomach. No, it's not.
Gotcha.
Like, my kidney's further back. It's in front of my. It's like on the side of my stomach.
And Susan says that he's going to do a lot of very naughty things to get access to your records. Just throwing that out there.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
And he also wants to discuss the Star Trek teleporter problem, which I don't think we should do on stream because a lot of people have. It's very black and white, but I've seen people almost get into fist fights getting into that problem because people take it very seriously.
I don't know that one that well. I watch Star Trek, but I'm not like a fan to go that deep into it.
Okay, so the teleporter deconstructs you on a molecular level and then reassembles you, correct?
Right.
This is the part where you say yes.
Yeah, I said right. I said right.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear. I didn't hear you. Sorry. All right. So, a lot of people question whether or not you're the same person
scar, Louise.
after you've been deconstructed and reconstructed. Essentially. And a lot of people say yes, and a lot of people say no, and then those people get into heated arguments, and then sometimes bar stools get broken over their head.
I see. Okay. You know what? A lot of fandoms scare me when it gets into like these type of like conversations.
I mean, I'm just giving a hyperbole. I've never known it to get that serious. If it did, though, it wouldn't surprise me, but it can get pretty heated sometimes. And yeah, Star Trek did have an entire episode about it. I've heard about it, but I never watched it. I've actually never seen any of the original series. I was a Next Generation boy growing up.
I was the first generation, kind of the second generation, and then I was the films.
Ah, gotcha. Wrath of Khan was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. That I know that one. That's the only one I remember.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Khan and his fake ass chest and abs.
Wait, no, is this the... Wait, sorry, I'm looking at the SCPs on the list. I'm trying to make sure this is... Okay, this isn't the one that consumes children. Okay. Wait, is it?
I mean, there's several that consume children. You have to be a little bit more specific.
Well, okay, there's an ice cream truck that if a child goes up and they don't have enough money to pay for it, the ice cream truck consumes them, and it turns them into ice cream. But I don't think this is that one.
That's not an SCP. I've seen that in downtown New York before. Come on now.
Oh my god, what's happening in New York? You know what?
People need to pay for their fucking ice cream.
Yeah, okay.
That's what happens.
I think this one's okay. Anyway, we should probably get back to this because we are very off track.
Yes, we are. We went on a lot of tangents there.
There's gonna be a lot of editing for me when I put that on YouTube.
I know, right? I have 3 years worth of 3 years. I haven't been streaming that long. What the fuck is wrong with me? 2 years worth of recordings that I have just stockpiled with the intent of making them into YouTube videos, but just haven't.
My brother just yelled from the kitchen. He's like, "You also got stabbed 3 times in the foot," and I was like, "Oh yeah, that did happen."
Man, you're like the perfect stabbing target.
No, okay, hold on. So the three stabs are different times, and 2 of those are my fault.
You're the perfect stabbing target to spread across throughout time.
Yeah, yes, of course. That's exactly that. And I'm not that big of a person either. I'm a very small, petite little woman. So it's interesting how many. Well, no, I only got. So wait, hold on. What counts as stabbing?
Let's see. Any sharp object puncturing your skin.
Okay, then I've gotten more than like a handful stabbing.
Okay, let me rephrase. Any object puncturing your skin that is the result of a direct thrust. Nothing like cutting or anything of that nature.
Okay, then only 2 times. Wait, if I
How did
step on
something get
something, does that
downgraded to 2?
count? Because that's technically
Hmm.
like you're thrusting your foot down.
I wouldn't say so.
Then only
Because
2 times.
you're thrusting yourself on the object. The object is not being thrust into you. So that'd be more of like an
That's what she
impaling.
said. Okay, alright, that was That was a really good evil laugh. Wow, man, you got some talent even beyond. Dude, I don't even know.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
We're
don't
just
even know
fucking
what's going
around,
on. We're supposed to be
Manly.
reading SCPs, but we're doing maniacal laughs instead.
Yep. What's up, Manly? How you doing tonight, man? All right, so what's next on the list, Pander?
It is.
Besides,
It's fine. That can fix that later. It's SCP-490, the ice cream truck.
all right, sweet. I'm well, lost but well.
Hi,
When you
Lost.
say
I'm
lost,
dead. You can stab me again.
Panda, sweetie, please. I can only handle so much humor before my sides burst open. Please stop. You're killing me. You're killing me here.
Look, I try, man. I know they're corny and daddy, but come on.
Yeah.
Calm
You
down,
try.
Dracula. Are you calling me Dracula or are you calling Wham Dracula? Those are actually really good.
I try. All right, 490, the ice cream truck that will immediately turn you into strawberry sorbet if you do not pay your fee.
No, this isn't it. This is a different one. I've read
Oh.
this one before. But I
Okay.
didn't realize there was like more than one. I think I put the 2 SCPs together at one point.
Ah, gotcha. All right, want me to read?
Yes, please. I think I read the last one.
Yeah, I believe you did. That's what I was asking.
Go for it.
All right, so SCP-490, Object Class Safe, Special Containment Procedures. SCP-490 has to be maintained in in Storage Garage 17 Golf. Garage 17 Golf has been heavily soundproof. Its door replaced with a soundproof door with an interior code lock. 490 is to have all 4 wheels disabled through standard parking boots and is to be kept chained at all times to 4 molybdenum. What the fuck kind of material is this? Molybdenum.
I think it's pronounced molybdenum. It's a
Molybdenum.
and I'm the one having issues.
I feel like I could beatbox this. Molybdenum.
Say that 5 times fast.
Eye bolts. Sunk a minimum of 3 meters into a solid concrete floor.
Jesus.
Description. 490 is an ice cream truck dating to the 1960s constructed by blank. A 4-letter word. It appears to be mechanically standard except for the audio system, which does not respond to operators, though it appears to be in working order. The key to the vehicle is fastened in the ignition and cannot be extracted by any means. What is up with these cars and having the key stuck in the ignition, man? Come on now. 490 can be driven, fueled by a diesel engine originally made for the truck, and functions properly in all ways compared to other vehicles of the same model. Between 2 to 5 a.m. local time, 490 will operate itself and drive at a low speed in a random circuit through local roadways. At this time, it will function as if in peak condition while playing a tune from its speakers. The tune has not been identified, but resembles music played on non-anomalous trucks of the same make. However, the tune never loops and no portions can be identified as of yet. Recorded portions do not carry the anomalous effect. Any individual who hears the music will start advancing towards the vehicle, ignoring any instructions to stop. Upon reaching the vehicle, the back doors to the truck will open and the person will step inside with the doors closing behind him or her. The doors become sealed and possible to open by regular means and
Is
is
this
tampered
the
with.
one that consumes people?
Oh, dude, this isn't that bad.
No,
If there are
but
multiple
I think it's been a while since I read it.
If there are multiple subjects affected, then each will line up and wait for the doors to open again, or until the 3-hour window has elapsed. Subjects outside the vehicle, when time elapses, will wander away in apparent confusion. When interviewed, they appear to have no memory of the event. After 5 a.m., 490 will lose its abnormal ability, and the back doors can be opened. Any persons that enter into the truck during that time the music was playing will have vanished. The freezers will have been stocked with frozen treats. Though the treats will contain traditional flavors, chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry. Ooh, hell yeah, give me that strawberry, baby. The wrapper advertises a surprise flavor. The super surprise flavor, trademark, is stated is human flesh incorporated into the product, which DNA testing has proved to be that of the subjects who entered the vehicle and subsequently vanished. Discovered in redacted Massachusetts, 490 was located in the parking lot of a bank, from which it was then towed to an impound yard. The object had a parking boot attached to it and therefore cannot escape. Shortly after the disappearances of several residents from the nearby trailer park, a team of Foundation agents were sent to investigate. Discovering the truck and its contents, the team paid the fine for it and drove it to Site 17. During the trip, it activated, causing the death of all team members except for Agent Redacted, who was driving the team's vehicle and realized what was causing his teammates to become entranced. Protocol A Redacted was initiated and several more agents equipped with ear protection arrived. 490 showed aggression and, when blocked by several Foundation vehicles, started ramming into them and the agents tried to capture it. After 1 hour and 43 minutes of chasing, 490 through back roads, it deactivated and was moved to site blank on a flatbed truck. Huh. Makes people into popsicles.
Yeah.
A tame SCP. A tame SCP.
And it's safe, by the way.
Well, yeah, of course it's safe. Because, I mean, it can be contained on,
Yeah.
by being booted.
In concrete.
That too. Forgot about that. Got to sink into a concrete floor.
Because I feel like you would even try to drive with it. It'd be like. Bruh, bruh, bruh. This one, I feel like I remember it differently. Maybe because it's been like a really long time since I've read it.
A popsicle composed out of basic sugars and human blood, a product of 490. Photo by Agent Stephanie Shi. So it tastes sweet, is what you're telling me.
So has anyone tried it before they tested it? Like, did someone like? How do you give it anyway? If like as soon as the music plays, you're immediately like attracted to like the back doors, right? So how would you taste the popsicle if you are already inside, being consumed into a popsicle?
Well, you can go into the doors after it does its 3-hour loop, and after the people go inside and they vanished, quote unquote, you'll find that the truck is stocked with like all kinds of frozen treats. So this is probably like people who go in after all the others have like disappeared out of the truck.
Probably. Or maybe it only does it until like the freezers are like all stocked.
Now, this is interesting. The agent who this led to, Stephanie Shi, there's a link for something called Desserts for Breakfast. This is actual legitimately website. I can't speak. This is a legitimate website. What?
Oh my god, it is.
What the fuck?
Wait, what? These actually look really good though.
I know, right? The donut with the donut with the Fruit Loops on it looks the Fruity Pebbles
dude,
on
the
it looks
Galaxy
fucking
one looked good,
delicious.
though. Is this like
Oh my god, yes, you're so right. I didn't notice that on first pass. It looks so delicious.
ingredients? Like, wait, are these like actual recipes? These look. I think I want to save this maybe for later and come back to it and see if, like, because these are. Holy
Yeah.
crap! There's recipes here. There's legit recipes. Oh my
Dude,
god!
there's
I'm
waffle
saving this in my
recipes and everything.
thing. I'm going back to this. I don't know what it is, but like.
What? A donut tiramisu trifle. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Oh my god.
What the
Where do you
heck? Oh
find it?
my god, this looks
I
amazing.
love tiramisu. Okay, man, it just leads back to the damn beginning page. What the fuck? I want a recipe, damn you.
No, I got
All
it. I
right,
got
fine.
recipes.
Well, no, I know for tiramisu, but I want the donut tiramisu thing that it's advertising.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the almond blackberry cake with a hint of chocolate. And that looks really good.
Ooh, I love blackberries. Oh my god, so good.
Like, dude.
Okay. Gotta worry about this later. Okay, gotta focus.
Yeah, we gotta
All right.
focus. I already saved this, so this is already in my
Thank you,
individual
Unknown, for the
photos.
2 bits. Unknown says that he's willing to try a popsicle for scientist research, and apparently sent a link for Discord too. She left the foundation and became a baker? Apparently so.
She's like, I love this place so much, and the ideas that come from this place to make desserts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next
Do
one on
people
the list
actively
is
write this still?
953.
Yes, they do, Manly. People still do actively write these. And
Yeah.
in fact, actually, they just finished the 7,000 series on them. So there's a lot. Quite a lot. Wait, you said 953?
Oh, wait, is this the...
Why do you think every single one of these is
Because
bad?
there's so many that are so disturbing. No,
Oh, please,
wait,
you're not
what?
that
No.
disturbing.
Is this the centipede
Oh,
one or not?
oh, I know, polymorphic humanoid. No, this is the Fox Girl one, I think.
Flesh liver daily. Oh, isn't this the one that's
Yep, it is.
Oh yeah,
It's the
okay.
Fox Girl one.
I think I skipped this one because
Why? There's nothing scary about it.
no, I read all of them that are like I read all of them. I think it was the name. Yeah, so then I usually skip names that are similar to that. I think that's why. I don't remember this one.
Names that are similar to polymorphic humanoid?
No. But it's similar to something else. Fox Girl and SCP?
Okay.
There's more than just a Fox Girl and SCP.
Mm-hmm.
There's a
This is true, but
mannequin
there's,
in
like,
SCP too.
yes, there is. Just a normal IKEA.
Oh, and an IKEA, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a slime
Awesome.
that turns into anything you wish for, but it will also consume you if you touch it, so that one's fun.
I don't remember that one, actually.
I think that one's in like 3,000 something.
Hmm.
I don't remember. We'll probably get to there eventually. That one's pretty interesting to read. Because it talks
Yeah.
back.
Does it now?
Only if it consumes a human. If it consumes an animal, it'll scream.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, you want to read this one, or would you like me to?
It's long. Have fun.
All right. All right, SCP-953, Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. 953 is to be kept in a Type 4 containment cell, 4 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters, at the end of Hallway 99 at Site 17. Subject is to be provided the following: 1.5 kilograms of fresh liver daily for consumption, clean drinking water in plentiful quantities, clean bedding, futon, and blankets to be exchanged by the subject and laundered weekly. Small luxury items, plum wine, reading materials, etc., may be provided as an occasional reward for good behavior as part of psychological conditioning. Direct human contact with 953 is strictly forbidden due to 953's mind-altering properties. For this reason, all personnel must respect a 100-meter safe zone when the hermetically sealed door is open. Delivery of food and other items can be carried out by an automatic robot assistant. Should containment fail, 953 can theoretically be terminated by gunfire. However, due to its nature, recognizing 953 may be difficult. You think?
Yep.
Because of the inadequacy of purely physical containment procedures to control 953, psychological containment is also necessary. For this reason, the approach to 953's containment chamber is to be lined with open-cage dog kennels, preferably of the Korean Jindo or American Foxhound breed. 953 displays an extreme phobia of domesticated canines and will not pass within 10 meters of one, especially when canines are barking or alerted. Kind of weird considering that foxes and domesticated dogs are both canines. 953 is to be considered hostile to human life, dangerous, and armed at all times. Any transport must be done under the supervision of at least 6 armed personnel. Its preferred killing method is a bare-handed strike to the abdomen, penetrating the abdominal cavity and removing the liver, which it will later consume, which is fucking bad ass. That's not part of the documentation, that's just my own personal opinion on that. If given time, however, it will choose to linger over its kill, torturing its victim, as it seems to enjoy the infliction of pain upon another sentient being. Damn, I think I'm in
Lovely.
love with this girl. Alright, description. 953 is a female red fox, approximately 8 kilograms in weight, with a spine that splits around the 26th vertebrae into 9 separate tails. Subject displays polymorphic properties, however, allowing it to take the form of various other objects and beings, most commonly an attractive Korean female. Ooh, there's a footnote. Unlike 1540, 953 appears to retain some control over its polymorphic abilities. Subject will display some vulpine aspects, ears, tail, paws, eyes, fur, voice, mannerisms, in all of its alternate forms. This can serve to identify the subject should it attempt disguise, although 953 will attempt to conceal its tails through clothing and other methods. In addition to its polymorphic abilities, 953 displays moderate-level psionic abilities, namely suggestion and telepathy. Although insufficient to fool an outside observer, an entranced subject can be convinced of a variety of false facts, including the nature of 953, its own nature, and the nature of things around it. 953 has used this in the past to, among other things, deceive police officers investigating reports of loud screams from a hotel room, convince a mother to roast and eat her own child,
Oh.
carry out acts of necrophilia upon Agent Ramsey's fiancée in full view of said agent, and succeed in the systematic murder of 27 attendees of YIFCON. I forgot they mentioned YIFCON. So funny. All right, anyway. Addendum 1, prior history. 953 has been encountered by the SCP Foundation and its predecessors numerous times, with the first encounter having taken place in Busan, Korea, shortly after the Second World War. To date, 953 has escaped and been recovered 6 times, resulting in the deaths of a single number of SCP agents during various incidents. After its latest escape, 953 was not heard from for over a double-digit number of years until suddenly resurfacing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on June sometime in the 2000s at YIFCON sometime in the 2000s, which it had been attending in the guise of a furry enthusiast. What a shock. Before being captured, 953 carried out over 24 murders of convention staff and attendees, more than during any other incident to date. The mutilated bodies were found in various places throughout the hotel, including inside a mattress hanging from a shower curtain, and served as the main course at a hotel banquet. Surviving attendees were administered Class A amnestics and released from Foundation custody. Foundation personnel assigned to capture 953 after this latest incident noted that the subject appeared listless and apathetic and did not resist capture. No further casualties have resulted from 953 from that date. Okay, Addendum 2, Special Emergency Order. As misidentification of her species tends to violently agitate 953, all personnel are hereby ordered to refer to her as a kumiho and not a kitsune. Personnel asking what the difference is are to be reminded of the difference between a Cherokee Indian and a New Delhi Indian. 05 redacted. Addendum 3, Personnel Staffing Revision. Following the unfortunate and completely preventable death of Agent Gallagher, any personnel found to have current or prior ties to the furry or otaku communities are to immediately be reassigned to other projects.
Interesting.
You can't be a furry and you can't be a weeb. Got it. Folklore Control Procedures, Addendum 4. As a reminder, staff assigned to 953 are to follow all instructions for interacting with the subject, no matter how odd or arbitrary they may seem. Keep in mind that the people of Asia interacted with these beings for centuries before we came into the scene. What we think of as fairy tales were their version of special containment procedures. And we have an interview with her. An interview with capture team following initial capture of 953 in the wild and sometime in the 1900s.
Oh my god, this is long as hell. Holy crap.
Wait, hold up. Let me see. It's a little long. Oh, your call if you want to read it or not.
I'm not totally sure what this is.
That's an interview log. Let's see. For a group of agents that had captured 953 back sometime in the 1900s. Let's see. Fox Girl and SCP? Yep. Yep. It's one based off the Kumiho Kumiko and not the Kitsune, and she will correct you on that. Yep, by ripping your liver out. Oh, and Seki, thank you for the hydrate.
She's obsessed
Meki, what's up? We're reading about Fox Girls and SCP. How you doing tonight? I feel like you can relate.
If they want for us to go back to this, we can do this interview, but we do still have...
Okay.
We have one more to go through. Unless someone else suggests one, then...
Okay. Hell yeah. Also, the cosmic horrors. Hell yeah. See, Meki, me and you understand each other. We're all about the cosmic horror life. H.P. Lovecraft. Terrible racist, but man knew how to write a story. What can I say? All right. What's next on the list, Pander?
It is $23.99.
$23.99. Coming up. All right. What we got? $23.99. A malfunctioning destroyer. Huh. I have this one marked as already read for some reason.
Yeah, so do I. Oh, this is Jupiter. This is the
Oh,
Jupiter.
this was the red spot on Jupiter. Okay, that's what it was. Oh, cool. So we're about to go ahead and learn some of the backstory about the Bismarck then.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So this one's, in your personal opinion, long, so I'm going to go ahead and read it.
Thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome. All right, the following file describes a hostile, anomalous alien superstructure capable of causing an SK-class barren Earth into the world event and is labeled level 5 and is level 5 2399 classified. Unauthorized access is forbidden, as are most of these fucking documents. Fun fact, later in life, Lovecraft became less of a racist and was horrified by how he acted in the past. Really? I didn't know that, actually. I thought he was just straight up a racist throughout the rest of his life. But then again, to be fair, he did have intestinal cancer, and usually whenever you have that, that kind of makes you reevaluate your life choices. So
Or make
maybe
you
that might
turn
have been
into
what
a
it was.
maniac building traps to make sure that people actually appreciate that they're alive.
That is true. It does give you an understanding of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are letters. I'm gonna have to look into that, actually. That is very intriguing. I didn't realize that he changed his views later on in life. All
I
right,
think my
anyway.
mom mentioned it, but I don't remember. I don't know why
Wow.
that's. I don't remember much about that, but that is interesting.
Yeah,
So he
that's news to
actually
me.
turned around.
Well, good for
I
him.
feel like I know more about that, but I don't remember.
This is my first time hearing about it, so it's very intriguing. Glad to see he had a redemption arc. Oh, right. 2399. Containment class Keter. Disruption class Amida. And risk class Danger. Special containment procedures. Due to 2399's location and nature, physical means of containment are currently impossible. Oh, this was before the Apollyon rating. Okay, I forgot about that. All right, I was about to say, like, well, wouldn't it be Apollyon if the Foundation couldn't contain it? But then I remembered this was before that. Implanted in Foundation agents and major observatories are to contain footage or images of 2399. An ongoing misinformation campaign is in effect, which has thus far been able to completely suppress any knowledge pertaining to 2399 from public awareness. Foundation satellites in orbit around Jupiter to maintain constant vigilance of 2399's reconstruction efforts and make all attempts to hinder that process should 2399 reach a minimum of 75% completion. Additionally, a perimeter of long-range electromagnetic jamming satellites, barrier array, has been situated in high Jupiter orbit. Any transmissions intercepted by this array are to be summarily decoded and logged. And the tasteful alien porn that might be on there is definitely to be archived in Site 17 records. In the event of 2399 surpassing 75% completion or an information breach in the jamming parameter, necessary Foundation personnel will engage Protocol Legionnaire 5, pseudonym 2399L5, given its completion by that time. Description: SCP-2399 is a massive, complex mechanical structure currently located in Jupiter's lower atmosphere. Since its visual discovery in 1963, 2399 has been observed to use highly advanced antimatter-based weaponry to create spatial disruptions and devastating atmospheric data expunged, observable as a large red vortex, commonly known as the Great Red Spot. 2399 appears to be damaged, possibly due to an impact with the moon Io. I thought that said low. I was like, wait, what? The moon wouldn't be low, otherwise it would crash into the planet. Anyway, with the moon Io before coming to rest in its current position. 2399 has been observed releasing a multitude of small octopoid repair drones in efforts to repair the damages taken. Ooh. That word was used to describe the Bismarck, octopoid. Some of these drones will remain near 2399, while others will patrol nearby moons or deeper into the gases of Jupiter itself in search of parts that 2399 is missing. Computer models estimate that SCP-2399 is at 59% completion with a current rate of 0.78% annually. This rate has increased from an estimated 0.12% in 1970. Despite its damaged state, 2399 seems to possess a limitless power supply, advanced electromagnetic shielding, matter disrupting weaponry, the ability to repair damage done to itself, and a precise tracking and targeting system. See 2399 2B. Due to the large difference in technological advancement between the creator of 2399 and our own, for all intents and purposes, 2399 is currently indestructible by human means. In theory, 2399 might be left vulnerable by a powerful enough electromagnetic pulse. Unfortunately, this technology does not exist yet.
We have sheep! Use the sheep!
Holy fuck, you're right. We could use the sheep.
Use
The sheep could possibly. The electro sheep could generate enough electricity to actually fucking do that. We got our answer. We got to shoot sheep into Jupiter, everybody. Let's go.
I don't think that's what I meant at all, but you know what? Let's go. They have to be in like their protective circle to be able to do so.
Okay, take one of the pregnant sheep and shoot it into space, and then the rest will follow suit.
I don't know. It's like they can only walk only like a certain amount, remember? And then they fall.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Well, shoot them all up there and start with the pregnant one. They'll think they're a threat, and then they can just go ahead and follow suit through the cannon. Easy.
God.
Sheep cannon. Look, I'm trying to go ahead and make a plan on this, okay? It's not my fault your ethics is getting in the way of this. Since 1971, 2399 has been the recipient of an unending stream of electromagnetic-based communications originating in the Triangulum Galaxy, roughly 3 million light-years from Earth. The means of 2399's travel to our solar system and the means of its communications are all unknown. From 1971 to 1985, 2399 continuously received a single encoded message which, through code-breaking translation efforts, appeared to be a command to repair the damage it incurred upon entering our solar system. At this time, the barrier array was established to intercept these messages. This coincided with a period of radio silence from the origin of the communications until 1996, when a different order began transmitting. The barrier array has thus far permitted SCP-2399 from receiving this command. All right, so we got some discovery notes here. 2399 was originally observed, albeit unknowingly, by Giovanni Cassini in 1665. The following is taken directly from Cassini's journal on the event, translated from Italian to English. August 10th, 1665. I have observed there's something extraordinary in the heavens. Last night I... Oh, wait, Panda, you're Italian. Am I okay to do this?
That... Boy, that felt
Alright.
a little...
Alright. I've observed something extraordinary in the heavens. Last night, as I gazed through my looking glass, I saw what appeared to be a star of great luminescence streak through the far reaches of our solar system. I have never recorded an object moving so fast. It had surpassed the outer planets in fewer than 2 hours. As I watched, by my own 2 eyes, I saw it slow as it closed on Jupiter, make a sharp turn, and disappear into the planet itself. I saw many bursts of light afterwards, but although I continued to peer at it until the sun broke, I saw no additional disturbances in the night sky. I then immediately proceeded to take my telescope and stare right into the sun. I'm currently blind in one eye now. I must continue to document these changes, and will alert my colleagues when the day is upon me. October 15th, 1665. The previous entry was actually October 8th, 1665. I just didn't know it because I live in America. I took Peter to my observation point last night. But a week from the night I saw the fire rain upon Jupiter to the heavens. He brought along his own looking glass, and together we aimed our view upon the giant. To our surprise, a magnificent change had occurred. Where once the distant world only showed bands of color, there is now a great red spot where the star came to rest on the surface of Jupiter. Peter was incredulous, of course, that such an amazing discovery could have taken place before our very eyes. I will continue to make note of this. October 18th, 1665. Tonight, as I peered through my looking glass, I swear on my life that I observed what looked to me like explosions and starbursts emanating from our red spot. I fear my mind is playing tricks on me, for there have been no record of such violent outbursts by a heavenly body since the dawn of astronomy. I will consult with Peter on the morrow, and hopefully glean from him some advice on the matter. Advice about an otherworldly body emitting bright bursts of light that ultimately doesn't affect me in any type of way or form. October 19th, 1665. Peter sees the same as I. As I approached him with my concerns, he leveled the same with me, and through our following discussion we concluded that it must be a powerful reaction to the falling star I saw upon the first night, and not a product of our own shortcomings. I am left wondering what cataclysmic event must be taking place upon our heavenly neighbor. Our work to document this must go on. And then it was never talked about again.
I was laughing a little bit when you started doing the voice at the beginning. It was just because it reminded me of like Snape and I forgot his name.
Oh my god, you're so right. It does. It does
Yeah.
sound like Snape, doesn't it?
You know what? You sound like what I would think Snape would sound like in the Harry Potter books.
Oh, thank you. That's a compliment. I take that. But I mean, you can't top Alan Rickman though. Alan
No,
Rickman's
no,
fucking
no one
awesome.
can. No, no. Rest in peace.
I won't stand for this, Potter. Your father was a jock, and I had a crush on your mother, and she rejected me. 50 points from Gryffindor because
50
I can't
points.
get over my childhood.
Yeah, I hate you from my childhood, but I will continue to protect you and hate you at the same time because of your father. But I love your mother. You have
Right?
her eyes.
And then maybe I'll be a Death Eater, but then maybe I won't.
Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. You know what? You know what? I don't know. Death Eater has some. You know what? Dumbledore said shit. Yeah. He has a phoenix. Oh, but
Wait,
Voldemort has a
Dumbledore?
snake.
Let's see. Dumbledore has the Phoenix, the tears of which can go ahead and heal just about anything, but Voldemort can speak to snakes.
And has
Hmm.
a person who is trapped forever as a snake.
Hmm. And then also was trapped in somebody's head for literally the entirety of the first book. How could he breathe underneath that turban, I wonder?
I don't think he can. That was like a. I don't
Although, to be
know.
fair, he was just a disembodied head, so I guess he wouldn't need lungs.
Well, he was a spirit at that point, so
Yeah, that's true. I am wondering, though, what the fuck was up with the weird demonic baby in the fourth book that, what's his face threw into the cauldron and then
oh,
resurrected Voldemort through?
well, you have to imagine that literally that was like the remaining pieces of his soul. So you have to imagine like they literally went through hell to create all 7 of the Horcruxes. That is what is left over. That is like you're scraping the bottom of the bowl to try to get the leftovers. That's literally what's left over. It's like his skeleton structure. That's what
But I
you
thought he did
see.
the Well, I thought he did like the Horcruxes like before he ended up in Quirrell's head.
What? No, the Horcruxes were made back when he was in school.
Yeah, exactly. Before he ended up getting trapped in Quirrell's head.
Right. Oh, what did you mean? You said the 4th book.
Yeah, in the fourth book, what's his face? The one who Ron was keeping as a rat
Oh,
and
I know
ended
his
up
name. It's
fuck, I'm blanking on it.
me too.
But
Wormtail.
but he yeah, that was his nickname, but I'm blanking on his actual name.
Peter Pettigrew.
Um there we go. Thank you, Pettigrew. So Pettigrew resurrected Voldemort, and if I remember correctly, the ritual involved taking like a weird demonic-looking baby and putting it into a cauldron and doing a
That
bunch
was
of other shit,
Voldemort.
and then just like,
That was
well, yeah,
Voldemort's
but like,
soul.
where did he come from? Oh
It
wait,
was the
no, the Horcruxes.
leftovers.
Hmm. Did he steal a baby and infuse Voldemort's soul into one of the Horcruxes?
No, no, that's Voldemort's body. Kind of. It's hard to
But
explain.
where did it come from? Because Quirrell like basically
I don't
disintegrated in the first book.
remember. The ritual was to give him a body because he was existing. Yeah, we knew that as a shade due to the plot armor that Lily gave Harry. So
But
that
where did the baby
plot
come from, though?
armor that Harry has was actually a spell that Voldemort gave later. Lily
Yeah.
casted a spell. I don't remember what the name of the spell was to protect Harry with the love that she had, and only the spell is very ancient, which is what Voldemort said later. And the spell was broken in the first book because it was used, which is why he burned. That was the spell. The spell was broken and can't be used after that. But the spell was that someone who loves you extremely well, so someone who loves you with full protection or anything like that, is able to cast this spell. You could do it willingly or unwillingly, and the spell will protect whoever you're protecting, which is what happened to Harry. But the spell can only be activated by a powerful wizard, which was Dumbledore, later on casting it onto Harry, which is what you see in the first book.
Well, apparently it didn't protect him too well since he was the seventh Horcrux.
It just stops him from dying, well, like getting hurt from a spell. It doesn't really stop him from, being possessed. And also the spell technically wasn't activated until Dumbledore was there. But there's like a lot of things that I hate Dumbledore for, so it's kind of like I don't know.
Honestly, Dumbledore was a pretty chill character from the books. I don't know what they're doing with like the Secrets of Grindelwald or whatever the fuck, but apparently it's not
Grindelwald.
going too
His
well
name is
insofar as
Grindelwald, not
character building
Grindelwald.
from whatever the fuck, okay? Like I've only ever watched part of the first movie, and the only reason
That's
why I
true.
liked it is because there was a scene where there was like an elf in a speakeasy and she was singing a really nice jazz song. That's like the only
I actually
reason I
know
like
part of
it.
that song.
Ooh, you gotta sing it to me later.
Oh. I have
Please
to,
do.
yeah. I love the song. It was so good that I looked it up and learned how to like sing it.
The baby thing was what was left of his body after he was killed by his own spell. But I
Right.
feel like that would have come up in the first book though. Because with Quirrell being like absolutely decimated, there was like no remains left at all.
No, it never said that he, like there was nothing left, and then there was never. They never said that because no one knew except for Wormtail, who was.
Yeah, true, I suppose. I guess in theory he could have went ahead and considering that he was watching all this from the beginning, could have just snuck Voldemort's remains out and then waited 3 whole years to
13.
resurrect him for some god knows why
14
reason.
years.
Well, no, it would have been 3 years because he was in Quirrell's head.
Oh,
I can't.
you're talking about that one.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought you meant like
yeah.
him coming back.
I'm
Okay.
talking about the date from like when he died. Well, not died, but like when he got decimated while in Quirrell's body, and then like from that time up until the fourth book when he was resurrected like fully. Quirrell was attacked by a piece of Voldemort's soul while he was on holiday in Romania. Oh, that one I did not know. Huh.
He what?
I always thought Quirrell took him on willingly for some reason.
He what? Wait, say it
I always thought Quirrell took on like Voldemort's soul like willingly for some reason.
again? No. No, that never happened.
Okay, well, that's news to me. But then again, to be fair, it's been like over a decade since I've read the books, so a lot
Fair
of vital
enough.
information is kind of out the window.
I haven't read Deathly Hollows yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I've read all the way up to Deathly Hollows.
It was all right. It was all right. My personal favorite out of all the books was Chamber of Secrets, but that's just me.
Oh, mine was between Prisoner of Azkaban or
Pretty good.
Half-Blood Prince.
Oh yeah, Half-Blood Prince was pretty good too. Honestly, like a lot of people, one of my best friends in high school, her favorite book was Order of the Phoenix, but I just found it so boring,
Oh,
honestly.
I
Like
can
it just seemed to
I
drag
can
on
see
for a
where
while.
like it went boring for you, but there are points that really, they were really good.
Yeah, like I mean, when they actually reveal what the whole prophecy is and everything, that was pretty cool. But I just felt like it kind of dragged on for a little bit. But
Yeah.
that's just me, though.
Yeah, there was
Everybody
a
has
lot of
their day.
points where it was just like, come on, get to the point, come on.
Seriously, please. I mean, I know this is the longest Harry Potter book, but for fuck's sake, pad this with something. Oh, right, SCPs. All right, so then, at blank hours on a redacted date,
We actually
Barrier Unit
do get that.
53.
Hold on, let me look up the spell. That actually wasn't, that was a canon thing that she put on her website she posted. Hold on, let me look it up. I didn't know it was
J.K.
fan.
Rowling,
I didn't know
seriously?
there was stuff written about that. I gotta look that up. I didn't realize fandom did it too. Hold on,
Mm.
what was it called? She wrote it on the website. That's the only reason I know. I didn't know there was fandom. I don't read a lot of fandom stuff actually.
Yeah, me neither. I stick strictly to canon, and that's it. All right, so because of the nature of this specific component and the ramifications of allowing 2399 to recover it, it was ordered that Barrier Unit 45 fire upon the drone with its onboard concussion batteries. Batteries were discharged, however, the drone appeared undamaged. Footage obtained by Barrier Unit 53 shows that while the payload in question was launched towards the repair drone, it was destroyed within 5 kilometers of the target by additional charges originating from 2399. Command lost contact with Barrier Unit 45 15 seconds after initial discharge, with video observations showing SCP-2399 data expunged, the resulting spatial anomaly originating in blah, 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 blah. That's a lot of information to redact. My God. The termination of Barrier Unit 45 by Barrier Units 44, 51, and 55. Under no circumstances are any barrier units to further engage 2399 or drones released by 2399. And so here we have Project Gigas. Why the fuck even bother to read this? Most of it's blanked out, my lord. After the events of a redacted date, it was decided that the necessary force would be authorized to destroy or incapacitate 2399 using Foundation resources as well as resources from 45 nations, all of which are redacted. A form of a double-digit number of warheads bearing a triple-digit number of megaton payloads and a double-digit number of warheads bearing EMP detonators was launched and placed in orbit around Europa on a redacted date and redacted time, with orders from 15 heads of state and several O5s. The entire payload of Project Gigas was launched towards 2399. Data was expunged, and efforts to develop alternative methods of eliminating 2399 are currently underway, which means very clearly it did not work. The repair of 1396 has been proposed, but is deemed currently unfeasible. Okay. So here we have a letter. So, 2399. So, SCP 2399. Have you ever sat and wondered, maybe after you hear about a car accident or a street you were just on, or a bombing in a city you were just visiting, just how lucky you are to be alive? Just how many things have to go right for you to continue to exist? A few seconds too late, a few seconds too early, and somebody reaches for something they dropped, and a busload of people run into another busload of people. Sometimes this kind of thing does happen, as we've seen far too often. But that's what we're here for, to protect those who can't protect themselves from things that they wouldn't even know to protect themselves from. We can't do it all, though. As many things as we've been able to contain, as many things as we've been able to keep under lock that would threaten to destroy us all, still far too many remain that we can't do anything about. Whether they're too big or too fast or too powerful, any of these things could just blink and wipe humanity from existence. The fact that they haven't done so yet is just luck. 2399, however, is different. We have little information regarding 2399's motives, origins, and full capabilities. We do not understand how it's capable of communicating over such large distances, or why those who constructed it, if it was, in fact, constructed, sent it to us in the first place. We don't know what would happen if 2399 is able to fully repair itself, or if part of our array would break down and a message would get through. We do not know what this is, so we just assume the worst. Judging by what we've seen, were 2399 to have reached Earth, it would have led to our timely destruction. But sometimes humanity gets a little help. Sometimes something steps in the way of the apocalypse. For us, and for 2399, it was Jupiter. As 2399 began to slow on its approach to Earth, Cassini saw what we've been able to ascertain, that 2399 struck Io, was damaged, and was unable to escape the gravitational pull of Jupiter. Its weapons activated as they were intended, but it was Jupiter that experienced doomsday, not us. Eventually, though, it's likely that 2399 will resume full functionality, and will likely be able to pull away from Jupiter and proceed to its target. As of now, we can keep hurling bombs and EMPs at it all we want, but we got no inclination that any of it will so much as scratch the thing. On the contrary, experience dictates it would do nothing at all. If this were to happen now, we would undoubtedly be destroyed. Jupiter's given us some time. For now, 2399 will remain there, reassembling itself, while we devise some way to stop it. Like it or not, we are in an arms race with this thing. Our best guesses give us something like 25 years until it's able to hear past our dampening array. Until then, we must seize the opportunity that's been laid before us. We must use the time we've been given, and not let it be wasted. So we devised Protocol Legionnaire, one gigantic EMP, powered by God knows what, followed by a big volley of nukes big enough to wipe out our civilization 1,000 times over. A blunt plan, and simple, and likely futile. Our researchers, and researchers around the globe, have yet to devise even a way to deliver that kind of pulse, let alone a way to power it. There's no indication whatsoever that we'll be able to complete Legionnaire on time, or if it'll do what it's intended once it's completed. but we must try. We must do something. Even if we drain our banks and even if we drain our banks and empty our minds, we must try. Not often do we get a chance to see the swerving bus that'll end our lives and step out of the way. Jupiter, unknowingly, has offered us that chance. I suggest we take it. Randall McAllen, Director, Barrier Project, Site Redacted. Very passionate man.
Yeah, that was.
All right.
Wow. All right.
I know, right?
I don't think Jupiter would actually understand anything that was going on, but damn, okay.
Yeah, you know, we almost died, but Jupiter kind of sort of managed to buy us some time. I don't think it had any say in the matter, but it is what it
And
is.
then we kind of have like a debate that's happening in your chat.
Holy fuck, yes we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
I might have.
And you're Yeah, I was about to say you threw your hat in the ring on that one too, didn't you?
Well, I like talking about this kind of stuff while I was listening to you. Also, hi,
Let's see.
DC.
McGonagall might have been a okay. I'm not gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna reiterate the entirety of the fucking argument that's going on in chat
Yeah,
right now.
let's
You're
just
all
let it
there.
happen
You can
and
read it.
then just,
I know, right?
let's
We're
just-
moving on.
Yeah.
All messages logged are to be understood as having repeated themselves continuously until either a new message is logged or a log instance of radio silence. Okay, 1971, unit is damaged, repair. Okay, 1985, updating orders, maintain position, repair. 1985, period of radio silence, barrier array is established. 1996, unit is out of range of contact, proceed to planet 3 in system, coordinates redacted, repair. And 2015, unit is out of range of target, proceed to planet 3 in system, coordinates redacted. Priority is target. Cease repairs. What? Priority is target. I wonder what that means. Twisted Gears Cactus proposal. Wait, what? This is an O1 proposal. What's the twist? Oh, this is the Ouroboros. Wait, how does this play into the Ouroboros? What? Hold on now. Let me refresh myself on this real quick. This leads to the Church of the Broken God portion of the Ouroboros proposal. How did this play into things? I'm not seeing it. Well,
that's
anyway.
for a future thing. Anyway.
Yep. All right. Well, 'tis late, so
That
I will
wasn't
have to
our
go
last
ahead
one.
and Oh, we have a last one to read?
No,
Okay.
that was it. That I'm saying that was our last one for this
Oh,
thing.
okay. Gotcha. In that case, then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and put on the outro screen. So, Panda, a pleasure as always. We do this every Tuesday, by the way, provided both of us can make it.
Yeah.
But yes, we will go ahead and if the stars align just right, we will go ahead and do this next Tuesday. If it's all right with you, of course,
Oh
Panda.
yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me check the calendar. Yeah, no, I'm good. All right, I'm good.
All right, awesome. Well, in that case, then, if nothing goes wrong on my end, we'll go ahead and see you next Tuesday, okay?
Who am I writing? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I'll see everyone next Tuesday.
All right. Bye, Panda.
Bye bye.